Cool. Here we go.
What aircraft
Hello,
are we
everyone.
using?
Well, I've got a Baron.
Baron. I might go Baron.
I'm just going to reset. So we're going to go with a group and then view only group, yeah?
Yeah.
And we're on West Europe, guys.
West Europe, okay.
Who's going to start the group?
You.
You?
It's always you.
You're putting a lot of pressure on me. I've got the stream running as well.
You're probably the only one who can invite everyone.
Nath, you're not online yet.
I won't be long.
Better not be.
Do you want to tell the chat what the format of the evening is going to be, or?
Well, you can say it if you like.
Okay, I shall do that. Okay, so
is the audio? Can anyone see if the audio is working?
Good evening, guys.
All right,
hello.
On the stream.
Welcome to our first ever live stream. Please bear with us. We're very new to this, and we're all a bunch of stupid boomers, as we've found out during the day as we were trying to set this up. So we really don't know much about streaming. But the format of the night is going to go. Good evening, guys. So we're just going to first of all just be flying in a bit of a group, just as a bit of a background for you to have something to watch while we open the floor to questions. So you guys can ask us literally anything about aviation. Obviously keep it to something that we might actually know, like if it's questions about like careers in ATC, we're not really going to be able to know the answer, but anything to
give
do
it
with
a go.
Flying and careers in airlines and stuff like that, we can help you with. And then going on from there, once we've kind of had a few good questions and we've kind of done that to death, we'll just open up and we'll have a group flight somewhere and do some fun challenges and just have a mess around on Flight Simulator. So anyone who's got 2020 is welcome to join in and fly with us.
We'll turn off the group only thing that we have at the moment because we believe it's going to be quite busy at St. Bart's, so we're just having the group at the moment.
Anyone want to tell me what St. Bart's
invite me to the
group?
So St. Bart's is standby. Once I've finished loading in, anyone that's watching, we're going to change the screen over so you can see what's happening. Hang on, I'll get you the code in a sec. It's just loading. Here we go. And the code is Tango Foxtrot Foxtrot Juliet.
Thank you. Pick a runway, any runway.
Spawn in the parking area.
10. All the parking area.
If you spawn in the parking area, the engine's off though, eh?
Wow, it's a Cessna. You can start it, sure.
Yeah, but you'll probably need to help me, but I'll have a go.
Right, I'm switching over to the FS2020 view now, guys.
(172).
Yeah, I'm rocking the 170. Interesting fact, I've never flown a 172 in real life.
Neither have I.
I don't think I'm qualified for this.
You're not. You'll have to ask the expert. You'll have to ask me.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I've done 3 hours.
Never.
Very experienced in this aircraft.
I've driven a Clio 172, which I assume is about the same power.
No, the Cessna is more powerful in every way.
Is the stream still live?
The stream is live.
It's funny because it's just died on my phone.
Says excellent connection.
Oh no, it is. It's just my phone being rubbish.
I have a bit of a problem. Hear me? Why can I not? Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Can you add me to the group on Flight Sim?
Yep.
Cheers.
There you go.
Thank you.
Alright.
What's happening with my controls?
Okay, I'm loaded in now. I'm 1-0.
You know how we joked about this plane being easy to fly? I can't start it.
I knew that'd happen.
What are you in at 172?
I think the fuel's off.
Yeah,
That might be
are you all on the apron? Because once again, I can't see anyone.
I'm on the
1-0 now.
far side apron.
Is there a far side apron?
Yeah, the one that's
Oh yeah.
not on the side with the terminal.
With the TBMs parked in it.
Yeah, there's a PC-12 parked next to me.
Okay, right. Well, I'm going to cycle servers again because I can't see anyone.
Shocking.
I'm on the threshold of 1-0.
Yeah, I've
see
just
anyone.
seen you spawn in, mate.
Lovely.
Right, well I can't start this plane, so I'm just going to start on the runway. No idea.
See, I'm not the only stupid one.
Shall I go for a takeoff?
Go for it, mate.
Well, you could, but the camera drone at the moment is not picking anyone up.
So feel free to ask any questions you like, but if it involves how to start a Cessna 172, then I don't think anyone has a clue.
Turn the fuel on, Wallace.
Yeah, no.
No.
Why would you need to turn the fuel on?
Oh, just go without then. 172 is like the best glider in existence. One of the other guys will watch you.
Wallace, there's a red lever in the middle.
I don't touch it.
Right, the fuel selector.
I don't touch anything that's coloured red.
Okay, fair enough.
Ever.
Ever. Yeah.
It's fun.
Right, you'll be pleased to know that I still cannot see any of you. We
You
have
just suck then, clearly.
4 in the
I
group.
can see people.
You can see people.
Yep.
Are we all on West Europe, guys?
Hang on.
Yeah, A-firm, West Europe.
Right, I'm swapping, and then I'm swapping back again.
Jelly, feel free to start picking questions out of chat if we're getting any chat questions in there, and just start throwing them in.
Yeah, no worries. We've got Richard says he can't see you guys on the North Europe yet, so he's also having trouble.
Ooh.
We're set to group only at the moment.
Yeah, but if they set all players, they should be able to see us.
Not if you're group only. The way I read that in the menu, it's if you're group only, no one can see you, and you can only see group members.
Oh. Okay.
Or in my case, you can't see anyone. Has anyone spawned in a massive cruise liner in the bay? Because I can see that.
I can see that.
Cruise liner simulator. Oh, somebody's just spawned in a 172 on the threshold. Is that Wallace?
Yeah. Where are you? Oh, fantastic.
Approaching the threshold.
Alright.
Richard said he switched to West Europe because he was on the wrong one, so...
Yeah, we're on West Europe, so if you guys want to try and spot us or something, we're on West Europe.
I don't think they'll see us though, but give it a try.
Okay.
Are you in yet, Jimbo?
I'm sat at the apron. I can't see anyone. I might reload.
Alright.
I'm reloading.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Well, I'm flying.
So while you're sorting out the groups, then I'll ask the first question, which does come from Richard. What started your passion for aviation? And as commercial pilots / instructors, are you glad that you went into aviation sector doing what you're doing?
I think we should probably all answer that, shouldn't we?
That's a good question,
much
actually.
flight
Yeah, do you want to go in turns?
Yeah. Okay. I nominate Kitty to go first.
Oh God, right, okay. I'm just a massive aeroplane nerd, so I've loved planes and flying and stuff like that since I was probably old enough to know what an aeroplane even is. I apparently, because I don't really remember myself, but the first time I went on a plane when I was like 2, I was just kind of paralyzed with excitement when I first saw the aeroplane. I was that much of a little weirdo. So I've just loved all things aviation for a very long time, from a very early age. And as soon as somebody at school, at primary school, kind of asked me, "Oh, what do you want to do for a job?" I was like, "Oh, well, I fly aeroplanes, I suppose." So for me, it's just been that or nothing, really, which is kind of a limiting career choice. But thankfully, I'm not. I didn't turn out to be the worst pilot in the world. I'd say I'm all right. I've kind of done other jobs to fund my flight training at various points, but I was terrible at them because I just fell asleep all the time because I couldn't find the motivation to do them. And as soon as I got kind of into full-time flying, I was well away, and I absolutely love it, regardless of what kind of aeroplane that I'm flying.
I suppose going back to your being 2 years old, I bet you were trying to tell the pilots how to fly as well by then, weren't you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Knowing
Yeah,
what you're like now.
I got a visit up to the cockpit of a British Midlands 7-3 when I was about 6, I think. And obviously I was sitting there just like telling them how to do it. You know, I already had a type rating at that age.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Go on then, Jimbo. You give your embarrassing story now. Then.
What was it again? What started?
What
started your love of
passion?
aviation?
Yeah.
Similar, really. I've always liked machines of every kind, and I thought I was always quite interested in aviation, really. I tried to get into the military when I was growing up, and it was at a time where they were particularly fussy, certainly in the UK, and eyesight was a thing. So I got my first glasses prescription and a refusal from the RAF, so I looked at other options. Took me a few years longer, but yeah, I did my first trial lesson, as it were, at the age of about 16, and I thought, yeah, this looks alright, I'll do a bit more of this, and here we are. It's not the cheapest to get into, and you have to be committed. I didn't just sort of waft my way in, but I certainly decided that's what I wanted to do, and I don't regret it. That's me.
Awesome. That's about
Fun
it.
story. Yeah, probably a very similar thing for you guys. It began for me at Manchester Airport. They have a pub right on the end of one of the runways, which makes for an excellent viewing point. At that point, I wasn't old enough to drink, but since I have been able to drink, I've been back, and it just combines two of the best things ever, which is like planes and alcohol. So it's pretty much started from there for me. Going there on summer holidays, and just got the bug from that. When I did my first flying lesson again at Blackpool Airport, loved it, and followed it from there, despite everybody saying it would never happen. Don't believe them. If you want something, go for it.
Yeah, can I just interject there? All of my teachers at school thought I was too scatterbrained and lazy to be a pilot, that none of them thought that I would actually make it. So I thought, I suppose I better prove them wrong then.
Well, you couldn't blame them, though, could you, for thinking that?
No, I am scatterbrained and lazy. I mean, absolutely.
Sorry. Anyone who's possibly not noticed this through the duration of our videos, we do like to mock each other. It is just in jest. Obviously, I have a lot of admiration for everything that all of my friends and colleagues have done, but you know, I'd rather just mock them for it instead. I still can't see any of you, by the way. I
can see you.
You can see me.
Yeah, I can see. I can see the people moving around on the movement area, and I'm following Wallace around the circuit right now.
Can you see me though?
I see someone on the taxiway with the strobes flashing.
No, that's not me.
You were there, now you've gone.
Is that Nath?
Might be, yeah.
Final for 2-8.
Oh dear.
I can see.
Oh no, we're about to have a head-on because I'm on short final for 1-0.
Are we not? What are we getting? North Europe or West Europe?
West Europe.
Oh, okay.
What's supposed to be on?
Yeah, West Europe.
Right. Well.
I could see Kitty, but now I can't.
Alrighty. Well, that's the first question, isn't it? We've all answered it.
Yeah. We've had Richard said it was impressive to hear. Manchester was also where I flew from as a kid. Car park waiting for the terminal bus at 4 AM. So he's happy with that.
I used to like Manchester. I was there for 5 or 6 months working. The only thing I didn't like was the long bus journey from the car park that they'd put the staff in to the terminal. And when they had the roadworks on as well, it used to take about an hour to get from the car park to the terminal. Not great when you had an early check-in.
No, very true. Okay, so the next question then, if you could go back to when you first started your PPL, what advice would you give to yourself?
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Do you want me to start again with that?
Yeah, go for it. Are we doing? We'll all answer that, shall we?
Yeah. Going back to PPL, what would I change? It's not so much a PPL sort of thing. I think I'm quite satisfied with how my PPL went. I was kind of a minimum hours pass, and yeah, it all went kind of quite surprisingly well. I didn't get lost on my qualifier. Passed my skills test without too much bother. Watch out for my flying instructor after my first solo, because he's going to dump a tub of water on your head. That was something I'd definitely tell PPL me. Something I would definitely, some advice I would give myself going forward though to the more advanced stages of flight training: don't do a single engine IR. Because my sort of genius idea when I was doing my instrument rating was, I'll do a single engine. There's no jobs about. This was back in about 2013, so there were no jobs around apart from if you wanted to pay 35 grand to work for Ryanair to pay for a type rating. So I decided to kind of sack that off for a bad one, and just do a single engine IR to get my ATPL theory exams cancelled. Because there's a 3-year time limit once you finish your last exam to get your instrument rating and commercial pilot's license. So I thought, well, I'll just do the cheapest thing possible, which was a single engine IR. I'll get it cancelled, and then once the jobs start to pick up again, I can do a conversion onto multi-engine. As it happened, it took quite a long time for the market to recover, but I couldn't really get any jobs with a single engine IR, and I didn't have enough money to do a FI rating or anything like that, so I just had to go off and get another job at a garage for a bit, and then get my multi-engine IR conversion years down the line sort of thing, and it cost overall a lot more money than just going off and doing the multi-engine straight away. So in the long term, I cost myself a load of money by trying to be clever and save myself a load of money.
Wallace, that was a great landing, mate. Sorry, I just saw him land.
Fantastic. I think that was a prop strike.
I've got you
Nice.
all on here now, but unfortunately I have the entire Flight Sim community on here now too.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And
that's
Big old
very
flying
I think
man.
you've left the group now, Jimbo.
Yeah, I don't know why it did that, but yeah. I can see you all
Yes.
anyway. Sorry to interrupt you there, Kitty.
I was pretty much done, yeah. So the long and short of my story was, don't do single engine IR. Just, if you've not got the money for the multi-engine, get a credit card, get a short-term loan, get something, beg, borrow and steal, and just do the multi, because it'll save yourself a lot of time and effort and money in the long term.
Just to clarify, we're not FCA rated in any way to give financial advice. But
Yeah.
that is absolutely right.
There should be a disclaimer here as well. It's something I should mention, and we'll put it in the description on the recorded part. But you know, all the things we're saying in here are our opinions. They're based on our observations, and they are definitely our opinions only. We'd like to say that our opinions they come with experience, but you know, everyone's got an opinion, and they're not always the right one.
I crashed.
And you've crashed. Have you crashed? Software crashed, or just crashed the plane?
Bit of both.
Oh, okay.
Most of the plane.
Okay,
Most of the plane.
Well,
fine.
you can answer the question, Wallace, then, while you're loading back in again.
Yeah, I think the only thing I'd do differently, if anything that comes to mind specifically with the PPL thing, is in terms of medicals. Again, a cheaper option was at the time to just get a Class 2 medical for the PPL. I assume it's still the same, but obviously I wanted to go into commercial flying, so realistically by having a Class 1 you automatically have a Class 2, so I sort of screwed myself really, because I got a Class 2 medical then, and as soon as I wanted to go and do the rest of the flight training, had to then go down to Gatwick and get my initial Class 1 and things. So if you're thinking of doing it as a career, just bite the bullet at the start and make sure you can get a Class 1 medical before you fork out thousands on flight training if that's the career route you want to go down.
Oh my god, Nath. What on earth?
Going around.
I was
Jimbo,
just, go on.
I was just going to say, do you want to add to that?
I was just going to say, I think that single engine IR thing I've been reading recently seems to be quite a point of contention, because there are a lot of places now, and I don't know if things have changed since you last did it, Kitty, but some places are saying actually it is worth doing an SEIR, and it doesn't work out that much more expensive. But from all I've read and seen, is quite the opposite. And certainly my experience is based on what you told me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Experience, your mileage may vary, depends on which school you're going to, blah 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 blah. But I did it at a very very good school who are renowned for being also very cost effective. And even though I was doing it through them, and when I did my multi-conversion, I was already working as an instructor, so I got an employee discount. It still worked out being way more expensive than just doing the multi-engine IR from the off.
Oh, it looks like we've got Better Zebri is he's nosediving now. Oh, actually,
Is somebody in on A320?
he's made something of this. Oh no, he hasn't. No, yeah, someone's in an A320.
Easy.
He's backtracking runway 10 while you're head on at him.
It's okay, he's vacating.
Okay, perfect.
Good win.
Right, so what was this? Going back to when I was doing my PPL and anything I would have told myself. This is going to sound really cliche, to be honest, but try not to go out and get drunk all the time and actually pay attention to all the training materials. Obviously not getting drunk before I was actually touching the controls of an aircraft, but a bit more self-study would have helped. But that's a bit of a cliche, isn't it? That's what the older self always tells your younger self. Apart from that, really, what else is there? I think having a little suggestion I should have had, really, but it all sort of played into my particular timescale, was I should have tried to get it all done a bit sooner. But however, I'm glad it worked out the way it did. I'm glad I got my flying experience from instructing to start with. Yeah, getting it all in a bit quicker at the start might have been something I could advise myself to do. But apart from that, I think I've got some good lessons from the early days, and wouldn't change them really. Apart from when I was doing a cross country with Kitty, and he was going one way, and I was convinced I was going the correct way.
Was that when we were following each other or something?
Well, it wasn't any of us, was it? It was good to do cross countries together, though. To be fair, that was another great experience I wouldn't change. We all take off from the same airport and one by one disappear off to the same next airport, so we can all land there and meet up again. It was.
There was one individual who used to like to make random joins into the circuit as well, wasn't there? Which was always fun.
Yeah, absolutely. There's always one, mate. There's always one. What have we got next then, Jelly?
You've not asked Nathan.
You didn't let Nathan answer the other one. Go on then, Nath.
That's alright. Hello, my name's Nathan. I'm not an instructor like the rest of these guys, but I do have a
Wallace hasn't either,
virtual
mate.
job still flying twin engines for a company in the East Midlands. PPL wise, anything I'd really change is probably study a bit more for PPL exams. I was very lazy with it. I kind of had to do them 3 times because they expired twice. So that was to do with time as well. But I'd definitely try and get them knocked off and on ahead first. I'd also, when the instructor says it's not worth flying because the weather's not great, I'd listen to him rather than wasting your money. I was so keen to go flying that often I'd probably waste a lot of money just flying for the hell of it almost, which is probably a bad idea in all senses really. And then going back to the single engine IR, one thing I did slightly differently to Kitty is I did my IMC rating, which is a UK thing, just for my CPL, and that saved me some time off my IR. So that was a bit of a cost saving really, because I had about a year between my CPL and my IR, so that saved me a little bit in the IR part of the training. But other than that, I wouldn't have done much differently and agree with the rest of the guys really.
There's actually something you see a lot of instructors, just going on what you said before. There are different instructors that say different things about what's good to fly in and what isn't, but ultimately it's your decision as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Brilliant. Did that A320 get airborne?
Yes, just.
to sort of scrape its tail in the water.
I was watching it from a distance. I couldn't believe it would get airborne. We've got a extra 300 here with no flaps. Good luck. Oh.
So far, I can land on 2.8 quite easily, but 1.0 I keep having to do a touch and go because I can't quite do it.
I was impressed.
I will do it in the Baron.
I was impressed that you were landing on 2.9 while you were talking about your career. I watched that all unfold. It was
unbelievable SOPs.
I know.
Right.
I know.
The power of multitask.
No sterile
Here we
cockpit
go.
there though. Oh, Wallace. Oh, that's better. Sort of.
Can we stop?
Yeah, it's probably hard to
yeah.
have ever done that. Try and land on 2.8 on this runway while trying to talk about EPL, but I managed it.
Cool. What have we got next then, Jelly?
Oh, yes.
Yes, that's alright. Come back. So we've just got a couple of comments on YouTube. Chris says, as someone still in flight training, I'd say don't underestimate the basics taught in the first few lessons. Easy to do and move on, but being able to do the basics accurately frees up mental space later. Is a really good point.
Yeah, that is actually.
Absolutely. I always say that there are like natural pilots and people who have to work at it. And if you're a natural pilot, then you just got the sort of natural sort of hand-eye skills, and you grab controls of the plane and you're well away with it. And you never really have to commit much brain power to controlling the plane, which is, great for you, whatever, if you're able to do that, fine. Doesn't mean that people who aren't like that can't be great pilots. They just have to commit a little bit more brain power to it. But it's all about getting the principles of attitude, power, and trim. Pitch and power equals performance. So just knowing setting an attitude, setting a power setting is going to give you this outcome in the aeroplane. And if you get that down at a very early stage, absolutely, that's a great way towards making yourself a better pilot further on down the line. If you get to IR and you don't understand the relationship between throttle and attitude and performance, you're going to have a bad time when you stop flying ILSs, definitely.
What on earth just buzzed the drone cam in an A320? It's like he knew it was here.
Brilliant.
That's really good advice. Yeah, and certainly just speaking from another instructor perspective, one thing that was an eye-opener for me when I was starting early out as an instructor was the enforcement of the understanding that everything you learn in those first few lessons, so climbing, descending, straight level, that kind of thing, changing speeds, changing flap settings, they're building blocks to everything you need in the future, and I just thought that was a good way of describing it. If you don't have the building blocks for that, you're not going to fly a very nice circuit because you're too busy trying to fight yourself to get it in or out of trim and actually flying straight and level, and those core skills are essential. Just to add, it's sort of repeating what Kitty said, really.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Obviously, I was quite lucky really because I was quite natural, I suppose, on the controls apart from flight sim you'll see in a minute. But with the theory, I really struggled. With the theory, I really struggled. So obviously, I'd recommend people obviously not getting too bogged down about it if they struggle with it. But to just keep at it really. Definitely is my weaker side, but I made it with a practical sense. So you won't always be good at one thing or good at both. It's just not really get bogged down by doing it. That's what I say.
Great. And actually,
I managed to land on 1.0 as well, which I'm well happy with.
I just watched that happen. I was impressed as well. Just to add to that as well, and I'm sure quite a few of us have seen this as too from the flight deck, but you can actually see those that are really heavily practical minded and put all their work into that. They need to think extra hard about the theory and vice versa. Even on the line, there's people stronger at one thing and weaker at another, but they're all meeting the standard. Don't get me wrong, but you just got to find out which one you are.
Yeah, I agree.
And what's that? Is that an A320? It's just landed in the beach.
A320 made it in, but it was the most janky thing I've ever seen in my life. You bounced 1,000 times.
It was champion.
He definitely had damage turned off. Or if not, I think the sim's too forgiving. Oh, we've got a lot of activity here. Someone else has just buzzed
It
the
is
camera.
busy.
Hang on, that Ricky. We've got someone called Richard trying to join us. Maybe Ricky's just buzzed the drone camera.
Awesome. Did everybody answer that question, by the way?
I think we did, yeah.
I think so,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. We've got one, as Pips said, what airport are you guys in? St. Bart's you're in. She says, I know I'm not able to join, but I'd like to basically join this location, so...
Yeah,
Okay.
it's St. Bart's. You can actually join us now because I can see everyone on the camera, so you're more than welcome to be part of this shot of about... How many have I got in the view here? 23 aircraft? Come join the fun.
Yeah, Pip says he wants to join. Is it possible? Can I join? So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
go
it.
ahead, join the mayhem.
Try to outdo this guy, Matel King 777 in the A320, because he's obviously trying to impress people with his ability to Oh, is he taking off on what?
Taking off from my 1-0. I think this is
2.9.
ripped
No,
for
no,
him.
he's on 2.9. He's used the ramp to get airborne.
Oh,
What a legend.
He's a hero.
What an absolute lad!
Imagine looking out the window of that as you're taking
Give
off.
him a job.
That was like a carrier takeoff.
It's amazing. Yeah, it was like taking off a ski ramp on an aircraft carrier.
I can't even take off in a 172 on this runway.
I think you should give it a try now. I'm watching.
I've crashed twice. I've tried it.
oh Lord.
What, on that hill?
Yeah.
I think the trick would be just to keep the wheels down until you're over the top of the ramp.
Over the top of the ramp.
Yeah, use it as a ramp.
Okay, so you're saying fly up the grass verge.
Just fly at it. Just honestly, just fly at it.
Ramp up the verge.
Disclaimer, we don't do this for real.
Yeah, none of us fly an A320 for real anyway, so it's fine.
Into hills.
Yeah.
He's doing it.
Terrible joke.
He's doing it. Hang on. Are you airborne? No, you're not airborne yet. Oh. Don't mind the citation. Here we go.
There's 2 CJs here. I'm gonna hang
Here
out
we
with
go.
the CJ bro.
He's up. He's up. No. Tree.
Ah,
Yeah, okay, that didn't work.
that's totally your fault.
That was Kitty's suggestion. Not... Oh, we've got someone going vertical here in a CP10. And now he's going the other way. Oh no, he's looks like he might be in a spin, and he's hit the ground.
Oof.
And then someone's just crashed into the hill in a 172.
It's still alive though.
He's still alive.
I can see Wallace like hovering over the numbers.
It
Sort of
just goes to
descended down
show-
like a helicopter.
It just goes to show that, let's all be honest, a 172 is like, you know, the mountain will get out of the way of the plane, you know? They are
The
they're
172 is
made
the
of
ultimate weapon.
steel girders, and
Whereabouts is the drone camera looking?
so I'm, where am I? I'm sort of over the corner of the car park looking, I don't even know what direction I'm looking in right now. I'm looking north. No, I'm not. I'm
Okay.
looking south. I'm looking south. Had to work it out in my head then.
So shall I fire another question at you guys then?
Yeah, go for it.
We've got, is now a good time to start my flight training given the state of the aviation industry?
Well, that's a good question.
Okay.
Kitty, do it.
All right. Okay. So in my opinion, again, opinions, not verified facts, but educated opinion, would be it depends on the type of flight training you're going to be doing. So, if you're thinking of going and joining up for an MPL course or even an integrated course, I would seriously reconsider, in my humble opinion. I think that if you're rushing to get to the end of a commercial course as fast as you can, and you're going to spend a lot of money for the privilege of going through as fast as you can, you're going to come out the other end, and there is going to be very, very little on the market for you to get. I mean, that's not to say you might be very lucky, and you might be able to get in somewhere through the old boys network, or old girls network, let's not be sexist. And yeah, just through people you know, blah, 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 and you manage to get in somewhere. But do not expect to be coming out of an integrated or an MPL course straight into the interview room with an airline. It's just not happening right now. However, if you're planning to do a modular course and you're going to spread your training out over 2-3 years, maybe work a job at the same time to fund part of it, and you're not going to rush through, you're just going to take it easy and finish it when you finish it. It's not the worst idea in the world. Aviation, is in a horrible state at the moment, but it is going to recover eventually. And if it is your dream to fly, then you got to do it. Like I was saying earlier, every other job that I tried doing, my heart just wasn't in it, so I was rubbish at it. So if you're that kind of aviation nerd and flying is the only thing you're ever going to have your heart in, then you got to do it one way or another. So go for it, I would say. But with the sort of warning that spread it out, give yourself a bit of time to get it done.
Yeah. And flight schools will absolutely sell you the story. I know we had it when we started the aviation industry back in sort of 2008, I think it wasn't great. But flight schools will absolutely sell you the fallacy that in 2-3 years there's this much demand for pilots, and it's going to grow. And to be honest, it will again. It will bounce back, but just be wary that they're pretty much just after your money. I think if you're young and you're going through a PPL, and as Kitty said, it's going to take you some time to get through the majority of your training, then absolutely, because you'll never get rid of that passion, so go for it. But at the same time, don't be rushing to try and get everything done at the moment, because the market's not exactly as buoyant as it was, unfortunately, just 6 months ago.
It's probably a good time to, over a sort of long extended year or 18 months, it'd be a great time to do some just steady hour building. There'd be some great flying to be had.
Yeah, grab yourself a part-time job, just enjoy yourself, take your friends out flying and that kind of thing.
Great stuff.
Assuming you have friends, I don't enjoy it.
What on earth is he expecting to happen from this? Someone just whizzed past me about 100 knots and he's not even got his wheels down at the other end of the runway. Oh, he's given up now. Good choice, Pat. Good choice.
You can always go around.
Pilot for XP. I mean, he's probably in the wrong game, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Great stuff. What we got next, Jelly?
Let's have a look. We have got, I'm interested in learning to fly. What's the difference between PPL and LAPL, and what should I go for?
Actually, I'm going to be really mean about this, because I've been a while out of the training game, and I'm going to give it to Kitty again.
Oh man, great.
Well delegated.
I'm going to have to go with the disclaimer that I have never actually taught a LAPL, light aircraft pilot's license, so I'm just trying to remember exactly what privileges you get.
It's 35 hours, isn't it? And is it a weight restriction? 1,200 kilos or something?
Yeah, so it's a weight restriction. It's aircraft of your own country only, so you can't fly N-registered aircraft or anything like that on it.
Yeah.
UK
and you can
only?
take UK only. You can only take certain numbers of passengers or something, I think, is the other restriction on it. But don't quote me on that, because like I said, it's been years since I've even looked at the LAPL and what the course is, which is quite scary because I'm actually cleared to teach it. So just shows what a great instructor I am.
Do you get many people? I guess not.
No, I mean our school is very much focused on commercial stuff. So we really don't get many people wanting to just come and do a PPL with us because we're way too expensive for that kind of thing. But yeah, I'd imagine definitely the hobby pilots, certainly the older end of the hobby pilot, or people with maybe some medical conditions who can't get a class 2. Might choose to go with the LAPL, because I believe you can get by on a class 2 with like a trucker's medical, like a less
doctor's sign off. Yeah, I was just about to add to that. If you basically anything LAPL is good for really is the hobby pilot that can't get a class 2 medical. So always aim for the PPL first. It's only a few more hours, and it opens up so many more doors.
Yeah.
If you can't get that, then go for the Lapple. But the Lapple is kind of like a European NPPL, the old national license, where you're very restricted.
You can't
Yeah,
attach ratings or anything to it, can you, Nate?
No, you can't. So you basically it's home built, up to a certain weight limit. I don't even think you can take. It's even more restrictive than the NPPL. I don't think you can even take many sort of 4-seaters above the weight limit.
Yeah.
So,
I remember. I remember reading that you can't take like 4 seaters, 4 passenger kind of thing.
I bet this person that wish they never asked this question.
So yeah, it's not amazing. Like if you can meet the medical requirements to get a Class 2 medical, then go for the PPL because it allows you to do a lot more stuff. Even if you only want to be a hobby pilot.
Cool.
Excellent.
Okay, so next one we've got, if you have heard anything about Aero's Doncaster, I'm contemplating doing everything apart from my PPL there, so any knowledge about that place would be a great insight. If not, do you chaps recommend any particular flight school?
Okay.
I'll,
Aero's Doncaster.
Do you want me to do this one? I've delegated 2 to you, Kitty. Or do you want to do it?
I mean, we can't really say much, can we? I mean, the thing is, we've got to be very careful with what we say here, because flying schools, if we start slagging them off, and they find out who we are, they can they can come at us with a legal team and all sorts. So we got to be quite careful with what we say about who and what. But we've had plenty of dealings with Aeros in the past, all of us, and I'd say that the standard of instruction is very, very good, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah, I'd agree. It's very commercial orientated, and I mean, I've not been to Doncaster myself, but if it's like any of the other bases, the instructors are sound, and you can't go wrong as a modular school. And that's my opinion as well.
They've got a good rep, and I know that they've been used by larger airlines in the past for training cadets and things. So, yeah, from my experience with Aeros, very good.
Cool.
So we've got another one here. If you could choose one type of flying only, what would you go for? So as an example, regional, cargo, long haul.
One type of flying.
Go on, Wallace. You lead it.
I think since I've been doing this, I just want to fly a light aircraft around St. Bart's all day. So, 'cause this is like the most fun I've had in a long time.
I want to fly an A320 by the looks of things. That guy's having a great time. Are you alright there, Nath? You've just appeared to be sat on the apron for a while.
Yeah, sorry, I've just muted myself. I'm jumping in and out. I'm just having a little bit of dinner. I don't want to be unprofessional.
He's just having his in-flight meal on the apron. Oh wow, that guy just absolutely decked it in the extra 300. Cool. What were we saying? Yeah, sorry. Wallace?
Types of flying we want to do.
But yeah, in all seriousness, it's cargo for me over passengers, just because people are hard work in my experience. But my ideal of retirement job is, if it was still flying related, would be something like this: island hopping in a nice warm climate. Perfect.
Yeah, that would be good fun.
Bimbo?
Cool. Well, actually, I think a lot of us are very like-minded in this group, because something to add here as well. All of us go back quite some time, so we've known each other for years, and we seem to be quite like-minded. So I very much enjoyed regional flying, but if I could pick and choose, I'd certainly probably enjoy. Well, I'd love to fly a TBM, that's for sure. Island hopping, stuff like that. Maybe a bit more regional, or even a bit of cargo. Any of those things would really be quite fun. I just lost everyone. Why have I just lost everyone?
Me, my sort of dream was to fly the Dash 8. RIP is all I'm going to say to that. I'm having to obviously reassess that situation a bit. sort of regional turboprop airliner type thing was really my dream. Aside from if I got the chance to fly the 747 or the 757, I would have taken that. But the opportunities to do any of those things are getting very, very small in aviation right now. So I don't know. I'd say, I know it sounds very very ungrateful and picky, but I wouldn't really want to fly an A320, like an Airbus type thing. Just doesn't appeal to me. The little joystick. I kind of like hands-on aeroplanes. So, like, given the chance to fly like an old school Boeing, like an older 773 or something, then yeah, I'd go for that. Turboprops, any type of turboprop, I'd love to do that. I love instructing, but having, you know, messed around with light aircraft for a long time and then had the chance very briefly to get into my sort of dream aeroplane and then been kicked out of it again almost immediately, I'd like to go back to flying something a bit bigger than a Piper quite quickly.
Nothing wrong with a Piper.
Yeah, I guess the Arrow is a great plane. I can't say anything wrong about the Arrow, apart from the fact it glides like a brick.
I've just had a little interesting occurrence. I've now lost all traffic on Flight Sim, and it's not pinged back in yet. It just suddenly all disappeared in one go.
Yeah, I can't see anyone anymore, actually.
Anyone else? Wallace, can you see traffic?
I'm currently not part of the game. Just
still
because.
got
Oh yeah, I've still got all the.
Like me.
You've got them as well, Dave.
Let's have a look. I'll just go out of pause. No, I've got nobody. Nobody at all.
Interesting. Maybe West Europe has become critical mass as well.
Yeah.
I've just switched
Can I
to
answer
North.
the question about what I'd like to sort of fly, really? Or
Yeah, go for it, mate. Yeah.
Well, do you have to?
I say privately, probably I want to get into a bit more aerobatic stuff. Maybe do a little seaplane rating out in the States, something like that. But commercially, I'm still flying light twins and turboprops at the minute. I really enjoy that. I'd quite like to. There's an option to go into bigger stuff, like King Air or something like that, which I'm quite looking forward to. So yeah, I'm just sort of progressing what I'm doing at the moment, quite enjoying it. But I definitely corporate world interests me, the sort of private jet stuff. That looks quite nice, and it is a avenue I can maybe go down at some point. But for now, I'm just enjoying what I'm doing.
Nice one.
Awesome.
Actually, yeah, some of the stuff you said there hits home as well. I'd like to be. There's a couple more ratings that I've always thought I'd love to do, and that's the tailwheel rating and a seaplane rating. And at some point, I'd love to do a mountain as well, because that's a sort of sign-off you have to get, isn't it, to fly up in the mountains?
Yeah.
Just thing with the mountain rating, you can get the mountain rating done in European EOS land at the moment. I know someone who did it in France, signed off for every individual alpine airport. But at the moment, it's CAA, because we have no mountains in the UK. Sorry, Wales. There's nowhere to put a mountain rating on a UK EOS license at the moment.
Brilliant.
There physically is not a button for them to press on a license. So yes, you can get a mountain rating, but it's kind of invalid unless you have a French or other European license. So at the moment, as a British pilot, you'd have to basically get signed off at each individual airport in France or Switzerland, that sort of stuff. What add to that?
Thanks, CAA.
No worries.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Are you speaking on behalf of them, Dave?
Everybody's just spawned back in for me, by the way.
I've just reloaded, just in case it was that. So I'm just going to end up back on the apron. I'll have to move the camera again.
The same chap who was trying an Airbus A320 is now on a 747. So
Excellent. I
can see everyone now.
I will enjoy filming this.
He's driving over the top of the terminal for me. What an absolute lad.
Okay, so another one. What are the pros and cons of a high and low wing aircraft?
Ooh.
Ooh.
what are the
Interesting. Pros and cons of a high and a low wing aircraft.
Any volunteers?
High
Yeah,
wing.
I guess I'll go first.
Yeah.
High wing is generally more stable and better at producing lift from lower airspeeds. So your short field performance is usually better. The handling characteristics at low speeds usually better. The downside is it's more draggy. So generally high wing aeroplanes are a bit slower than low wing. Just generally, not a rule. Obviously the Dash 8 was high wing and that was pretty damn fast for a turboprop. The other downside is visibility. So when you're turning, you have to kind of rock your wing up. I'm talking VFR here. Obviously, you kind of have to rock your wing up the other way before you turn, and have a good look out in the direction you're going to be going in, because the downgoing wing completely blocks your view out of the side of the airplane that you're turning towards, which can be really awkward when you're flying a light aircraft.
There's a 787 here now as well.
Yeah, we're having a bit of a Boeing fight on the runway, a 78 and a 74.
They're going to have a race. Who can get into the ocean faster? It's all right. It's all right. Metal King 777 is getting as much runway as he can. He's going up the ramp in reverse. Here we go.
Seeing that, what a legend.
Go for, oh no, the 74's not even taking his chances. He's just despawned. He's like, no, thanks, mate. Oh, why did I just press that?
Beautiful.
Cool. Sorry.
Ultimate realism here in FS2020.
I think. Oh, there's an extra. I mean, it's all happening here, isn't it? Right.
Very exciting.
I think that covers the high wing, low wing debate, doesn't it? So, oh no, you had a little bit left to do, I think, didn't you?
No, I think have I said it all? I think I've said it all. It's good for photography. It's good for aerial photography. So if you want to take photos of the ground, high wing is where it's at.
I was going to say
unless you've got some fancy camera pod or something under your plane.
You take your family up sightseeing in a Cessna, and you go long distance in a Piper. That's what I always used to stick to. But also, the one thing that I used to love as well is I always thought the Pipers had better ground effect because their wing is closer to the runway. But that's a
absolutely.
Personal
low wings will float. Low wings tend to float a lot more than high wings.
Seem to be easier to land, in my opinion. But again, opinion, flashing bright colours in bold and all that. It's an opinion. But it's quite a widely acclaimed one, a widely acknowledged one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the regular PA-28s, the Warriors, Cherokee, kind of, the 160 type ones, their wing is a little bit too big for the weight of the aircraft, so they tend to float a lot. So when you're actually trying to do a short field landing in one of those, it can be really annoying because the wing would just want to take you down the other end of the runway and stack you through a head. So yeah, it can be a good thing because it means you can kind of sort yourself out in the touchdown zone quite easily, and it can be a bad thing because it means that your short field performance can be a little bit crap.
I think you're timing your description of being taken through the end of a runway and into a hedge perfectly, because I mean every moment on this runway at the moment there's people going off the end of the runway and hitting the hill or ending up in the ocean.
Yeah, I'm just watching the 7-4 going for it now. This is going to be interesting.
Oh my God.
I suspect Ricky might be one of our channel followers, actually. Come on, Ricky. Oh,
You can do it, I believe in you.
I hope you've got no passengers on board. Oh,
look at the takeoff performance of that 7-4! Beautiful!
Now he's going to hit the hill.
No, he's climbing about 10,000 feet a minute. Look at that.
He's got to be empty. I think this 7.8 is just building himself into it. He's not done anything for a few minutes.
Just psyching himself up, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's going to do something amazing in a second.
He's doing a Rocky on the flight deck. He's just punching a few punch bags and flexing. Cool. Well, I think we've done the high wing, low wing to death, Jelly.
Yep, no worries. So another one we have got. What order would you recommend I study for and take my PPL exams?
Oh. These are all PPL stuff. Okay, well, I'll go first. PPL exams. Well, you've got most flying schools have their own suggested order, and it also it will dictate what you can do and when. In some places, if you've passed certain exams, so some places have a requirement for your first solo to be a couple of particular exams. So you've got to follow that order, and it's usually written down in your ops manual for your flying school. Otherwise, the ones that are appropriate, I think, would make sense. So before you start doing navigation, I would aim to do things like meteorology, navigation, that kind of thing. Before you start going into the circuit, and possibly during the time doing the first early lessons, you want to start looking at things like performance, principles of flight, so you know what's going on with your aircraft. So if there's nothing in your ops manual, I would make it appropriate to the lessons that you're doing. I'd certainly have the basics of, you know, principles of flight and stuff like that done before you start looking at how controls work and what they do and how they affect the aircraft. Anything
So
to
you
add?
have to have a couple before you go, like solo flying, such as
Yeah.
air law, comms, and things.
Depends on
There's nothing legal, but
depends on the provider.
yeah, as Jimbo said, certain air ATOs will have in their ops manual that you've got to have certain exams done before you're allowed to do various lessons. So, for example, the ATO which myself and Jimbo currently work for mandates that you need to have air law and operational procedures done before you can go solo in the circuit. And they also say that you are supposed to have navigation and meteorology done before you go solo navigation. And before you go for your qualifying cross country, you're supposed to have them all done.
Okay.
Which is fairly sensible, really.
Yeah, it's
Some
sensible.
back
I
there,
know.
guys.
I know another one of my students, former students, who's now passed. He went to another little flying school for the first sort of 20 hours of his PPL, and they didn't make him do any exams. And he was going solo and all sorts, and he's not done a single exam. And this was at a little uncontrolled airfield where they weren't really doing much radio. So, for example, worst case scenario, another aircraft comes in, crashes on the intersection and closes this airfield while he's solo in the circuit. He then has to jump on the radio, call up the nearest radar provider or controlled airfield or something like that, and try and get some help and line himself up to go and land at one of those places. And for a student with no experience in any of those things, they're going to have a real difficult time. Whereas if you've got some of your exams done, you've got a bit of experience in that, you've been briefed on it, then it's going to make life a lot easier for you. So that's the sort of principle of our school, and I tend to really agree with that.
Can I just interrupt? First of all, I'm very confused because it looks like there's something called Arno XP, which almost looks like they're in an A380, but it's the model's a bit janky. It's certainly a double-decker. And secondly, the chap in the 748 was actually someone on our stream. So to that person who managed to get airborne, he said he's got no fuel and no passengers. I dare you to land it. I double dare you.
Yeah, what the hell?
I can see him on my left. What a guy.
Hero.
Is that an A380 on anyone else's screen, or something that looks a bit like one?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
it
one.
is. On your stream, yeah, I can see it on the stream.
Yeah, that's an A380.
How was that
How has
person,
somebody got an A380?
and how is it also visible? I'm a bit lost. I'm sure someone knows this sim better than I do.
Unless it's some like flight sim tester or something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Arno XP, we're watching you. I think
He's
you are going to
also
need all that
backtracking.
runway, mate, so yeah, good idea reversing.
But back that ass up.
What was that, Wallace?
Me and Kitty are on head on collision at the minute.
Do the Pearl Harbor. Do the Pearl Harbor. Going to a knife edge as we
touchdown.
pass. Oh.
What are you in now? Are you in a Baron? Oh, there's
Still
a
a Baron,
Pitts
yeah.
going over the top. Oh wow, that was some cute aerobatics.
Oh, that was cool. That was it.
Very impressed. Oh, here comes the 748, guys.
I see the 748
And the
coming up, and
787.
the 78 is following him.
Oh, he's in the water. He's in the water. Oh my word. I think he just float planed his way onto the runway. Oh, that's 74.
Brilliant.
Did he make it? I think that's classed as an
He's
arrival.
not dead. He's not dead. He's down.
That would be the Ryanair jingle now. Another on-time arrival in St Bart's. Well done. We salute you,
Well
Richard.
done. Clapping all round, sir.
Yeah.
Barely used any runway. Absolute.
Yeah.
7-8 is going to. Oh,
What an absolute Chad.
What have we got? How are we looking at? Oh, it's been an hour of Q&A so far, guys. Well, a bit of messing around at the start first, though. do a few more questions, shall we, guys, and then get on with some flight sim?
Yeah, so I'll do a couple more. The next one, how long have you all been flying and how many flying hours do you have?
What was the last bit?
How many flying hours do you all have?
Nathan, you lead.
Hey, I've been flying 10 years and, what is it, September?
Yeah.
7 months. And I have 900 hours by the end of the week, probably.
Nice.
So I'm about 897, I think, something like that. So I had I might have mentioned before, it took me about 4.5 years to get my PPL with time and money and all that sort of stuff. So it's a bit of a slow starter, but I've soon cranked it up in the last couple of years after that. So hopefully 1,000 hours by the end of the year. I'll have a little 1,000-hour party with these guys, I'm sure.
You've got to do that.
But yeah,
I
loved
think
every single one of them,
Yeah.
apart from some of them like 40 knot howling wind in Belfast, with sort of wind chill of -20, unloading cargo. That could be beautiful. Route 1. The rest of it was fine. Yeah.
great stuff. Who's next?
Wallace?
Okay. I can't remember when I started flying in terms of PPL stuff. When did we start?
So we
2009?
it was 8,
Okay.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because our PPL was in
So-
09.
Okay, yeah, so probably started flying 2007 then for my PPL. Commercially, almost 10 years ago now. 10 years ago. So getting on somewhere between 2,500 to 3,000 hours. I haven't done my logbook in a long time because it's such hard work. I think, yeah, somewhere between 2,500 and 3,000 hours and 10 years of flying pretty much.
Cool. I'll chuck mine in now. I'm the same as the other guys. So myself, well, actually, Wallace started a little bit before us. So I did my PPL in 09. I did my trial lesson at the age of 16. So that was a while ago now. That was about can't even work it out now. That was about 17 years ago. So I've been flying about 12, 13 years and about 3,500 hours now, I think. But that again, just like Nathan, I was a very slow starter. I did my PPL and everything over a very broad amount of time, and then the last couple of years have been some very intense flying, maxing out my hours a year, which in the UK is 900 a year. And then it's obviously got very quiet again, thanks to a little bit of a cough and a cold that's floating around at the moment.
Never heard of it.
It's no worse than man flu.
No, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Next man flu we get, I'm locking down everyone down.
How many hours have you got then?
Huh?
Many hours.
Me? I said it, didn't I?
Yes.
So about 3.5.
Oh, there you go then. Thank you.
Kitty wasn't this.
Just me together, I suppose. So I've been flying, I suppose about the same time as the other guys. I completed my PPL at the same time as Jimbo, in the same place as Jimbo. But I did my first flight when I was about 14 with the RAF on a ATC trial flight type thing in a tutor, as quite a few aviation enthusiasts did. Join the Air Cadets is always a great way to get a bit of aviation experience and have some fun and make some friends that you're probably going to hang on to for the rest of your life. I'm certainly stuck with a lot of my old Air Cadet friends. In terms of how many hours I have just over 1,500 hours at the last count.
Excellent. What have you got next for us, Jelly?
I just want to comment. Richard in chat has said he won't win any awards for that. I'm assuming he's talking about landing, but I think we should make up an award.
No, he needs most bravery award, I think.
That's
Largest cojones.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. He's at 3,100 feet again. He's up in the air with a 7.4. So I think we're going to see something magical again soon. He's about to earn some more
Glide
awards.
approach.
Yeah.
Dead stick it. Glide approach from the end of downwind.
I'm currently on a left base for 2.8 going up the hill and sort of coming down a hill for the left base, which is going to be quite interesting.
Left base for 2.8.
And so far, I've not crashed on this sort of online live stream thing, which is a record for me because normally I've binned it at least 3 times by now.
Well, don't worry.
So-
We've got some of Wallace's first attempts now recorded, so he's outdone everyone. I think I saw a wheelbarrow down the runway at one point.
Oh, that's great.
Where are you right now, Wallace? I can't see your.
Picking a better plane because this Cessna won't fly.
Oh,
You still can't start it, that's what it is. Okay, last question then if you want, guys.
yeah. Should we round it up on this one, guys?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Okay, so what part of your flight training have you found the hardest?
Oh.
Ooh.
Practical or theory or both.
Any of us, I guess.
Any of it. I think some of the cold days that I flew a pretty difficult aircraft on my single pilot IR, that was pretty tough for me. I flew some very weird aircraft that needed a lot of micromanaging of the engines, all while you're trying to fly a hold, and I did it in a particular December and January that was quite wintry and cold.
Let's not beat about the bush here. That aeroplane that you did your IR in is garbage.
It was hard, and it was certainly hard in very cold. Oh, there's a 7-4. You're a little bit high there. Yeah, no, I think he's made that decision. Perfect. Yeah, that was a difficult aircraft, wasn't it? And certainly in the winter as well. I mean, it had a G1000, but that's what it had going for it, really.
Yeah, but pretty much every training aircraft has one of those these days.
That's
I know of a CAA staff examiner who refuses to get in them point blank.
Can't blame them. Can't blame them. I did an MEP test in it where they had to do the stall, and it's just to give a little bit away. It's a giant twin with very low-powered engines. And winglets, I think they've probably been taken off a 73 Max, maybe. The winglets are probably way
I've heard
bigger
the stalls
than
and
it
everything,
needs.
they're quite emotional. I've not done it, but I've seen one. They look quite interesting.
Yeah, well, the person I did my MEP with was a little bit shocked that it would consistently wing drop in a multi-engine before the stall warner really made any noise. It was a
Bit
great
like
aircraft.
a twin Tomahawk, really, wasn't
It's Italian, it's no problem.
it?
So
Hey, it's fine. Send it out. The English fly it still.
I'd just like to add that Kitty is part Italian, so he can afford
I am.
to...
I'm allowed to make fun of the Italians because I'm half Italian,
Okay.
so that's 100% legal for me to do.
I think we've just lost all of our viewers now. Well done.
Do you want me to go next with what I struggled with?
Are there going to be any impressions? Because if there are, I think we'll just give it a miss.
No, I'll keep the impressions out of it.
Okay.
Okay, so I would say the hardest thing for me was the CPL. Just because I found it a bit boring. It's kind of like a super duper PPL, so everything's to a higher standard and you have to bring in commercial considerations, so things like taking the most direct possible route, saving fuel, keeping a nice smooth ride for your theoretical passengers and stuff like that. I didn't find it all that interesting, and as a result, I kind of switched off a little bit at times, which meant that certainly on my test, the story that I tell everybody about my test is that I did my first planned navigation leg. So you have to do a planned leg and a diversion. So I did my planned leg, and I got the diversion. The diversion was to a place called Melton Mowbray, which is quite a large town in the Midlands. And I was like, oh, this is easy. I'll be able to see this from miles away. It's quite a good viz day. Cloud base was fairly low, but the viz was fine. And I was like, oh, I'll be able to see it from miles away. And I sort of set off on this diversion, did a few calculations that I thought would get me somewhere near, and I'll just be like, oh, I'll just eyeball it. And I got about halfway down route, and the examiner just turned to me and went, could you just point on the map to where we are right now? And I just had a heart attack and just slapped my hand all over the map somewhere to something that was absolutely nowhere near where we actually were. And basically at that point, because what you're doing there by signifying that you don't know where you are is admitting that you're lost, which is an instant fail basically on a CPL test. But I fortunately had a very, very, very understanding examiner who was a very well, he's a brilliant chap, actually. I'm not going to mention names or anything, but he was fantastic. And
Was
he
it me?
kind of took a deep breath and said, "Would you like to try that again?" And I took a deep breath myself, cleared my head, had a good look around, and did the old identify 3 things, and try to sort of verify where you are by looking at 3 different things. So, for example, Melton Mowbray's got a disused airfield. It's got a big mast near it. I think it's got I think the A60. Was it A46 runs past it? Something like that. And
A46,
I was like, oh yeah, I see that, I see that, I see that. Okay, there's Melton Mowbray. We're about sort of 10 miles south. We're inbound. I know exactly where we are. Put a dot on the map to where we are. And he was like, right, okay, fantastic, carry on. Did the rest of the test, got to the end of it, and he gave me an absolute bollocking in the debriefing room. But I passed. So it was, I'd say CPL was my weak spot, just because I didn't really find it all that interesting. IR, which is supposed to be the hard one, I really, really enjoyed, because I'm just a massive nerd, and doing the same sort of procedures and stuff as airliners for the first time was really, really interesting to me. So I really enjoyed doing the instrument stuff, and even though it's supposed to be harder, I actually had an easier time of it.
Excellent. I'm just trying a circuit now. I've not actually flown one yet. Oh Jesus, there's a lot of planes.
Just my hardest part of the training. Just to go back to what I said before, was definitely a theory for me. PPL and ATPL stuff. That's probably why I try and help out a bit with PPL stuff now. A little bit because I was a little bit lazy, and I didn't really try hard until I really needed to, 2 or 3 weeks before the test. A little bit of it because I'm a little bit sick, but the rest of it, practically wise, I was quite lucky. Most tests not too bad, got stressed about it, but generally scraped through quite well. But definitely put a lot of pressure on myself. I think that was one thing I struggled with. I think any pressure I had was probably from myself, just sort of really wanted to do all the practical stuff. So I'd probably tell a younger self just to relax a little bit, but the rest of it was mainly theory for me.
Oh, just
Wonderful.
Wallace to go.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm exactly of the same mindset as Kitty in that I love most of my flight training and never had an issue, luckily, with the theory side of it. The only bit I didn't like was the CPL, and pretty much for the same reasons, is because I never found any of what we did particularly relevant to wanting to get to fly an airliner, which it was essentially just a PPL on steroids, really. Just a more accurate version of PPL. So that was it. The IR, yeah, when I got to that, I loved it, but no, the CPL for me was just, it's just boring.
Which is ironic, because I teach the CPL now.
Yeah, weird, but no, not for me. Didn't really. I mean, I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. It was, the instructor we had was great, but never really found it my kind of flying. Navigating somewhere via a map and calling it a commercial pilot license. I don't know. Just
Interestingly, now there is a lot more emphasis on use of GPS and things than there has that I remembered, which is the way it should be, really.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. You still have to do your old-fashioned planned leg and a diversion without the use of the GPS. But as soon as you've done those, you can then whip the GPS out and forget about the map, at least in part, for the remainder of your test. So you usually go off to another aerodrome to do some circuits, and you can just whack it in the GPS, do a DTO, get yourself in there using that.
Oof. Decked it in.
There's a 7-4 on final for 1-0. I think it's the guy that's in the live stream.
I'm like this video that someone recorded of a twin going off the end of the runway into the beach. I've just made it. Just a final one, guys. I think there was a question in our Discord. I don't know if you can see it on our. We've got a channel set up, Jelly.
Yes. Oh yes, this one can ask. I've just read it on YouTube, so it's a duplicate one. If you had the chance, would you become an airline pilot? And what planes would you like to fly? And what place would you like to fly to?
Did you say if we had the chance, would we become airline pilots?
Yes, maybe this is more of a general if a person had the chance.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Oh god. I'll let someone else answer that because I'm about to fly into a hill.
Okay, so as I was saying earlier, I very briefly was an airline pilot. So given the chance to do it again, 100%, I would sell my liver to do it again. I'd love to get into something a bit more complicated than a light aircraft because my kind of nerdiness points me in that direction. I'd love to fly a twin turboprop, ideally of some sort. But if somebody offered me the keys to a jet, then absolutely, gimme, as long as it's not an Airbus. But yeah, absolutely. Given the opportunity, I'd love to do something a bit more complicated than fly light aircraft.
Would you be able to pass a medical without liver?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'd sell my liver and then just have to commit
Maybe just
myself
go
to
for
life.
go for a kidney
Yeah,
because I think you've got 2 of those.
Yeah. Go
Yeah.
a kidney instead.
Or an arm or something, because I've seen some people who are actually Class 1 medical and they have got missing arms.
Nice.
So you could
That's
probably get...
unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah. There was one who made it into the news, actually. It popped out of his specially designed thing. It was in a newspaper. A specially designed thing. For
It's stuck to the yoke as well. Like
Yeah.
it stayed remained attached to the yoke, but not his arm.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Brilliant.
So yeah, you can afford to lose an
Let's
arm.
not make fun of the differently abled people.
Well, oh, I need to answer this as well, don't I? What is it again? Would I go into airlines?
Yes. What plane would you like to fly, and what place would you like to fly to?
Okay, well, basically with my experience of flight sim, I'd really love to try a TBM out because they look incredible. But apart from that, I would always still go into an airline. I would probably do something similar to what I've done. There's a good reason for it. One, it's where the money is. And 2, it's a nice career you can hold down while you do some flying socially on the side. Instructing is fun, but it's not going to pay the bills completely. And it, you know, you can get a bit more money in airlines and then use that to support more of a social flying, so you can still get your light aircraft fix, basically. So yeah, I'd probably stick with something like a Dash 8 maybe, or TBM if I could, or even a Citation if the lifestyle was there. Oh, stall. I'm trying to land this one.
I've flown a TBM. I can confirm they're an amazing aircraft.
There you go. I'll fly one of those. The trouble is the lifestyle, isn't it? It's being at the end of a phone all the time when it comes to corporate and stuff. I don't know if I could do that, but then some of the days I used to work regional were really hard work.
I would sell a testicle to do a ferry flight across the Atlantic in anything, single, don't care what it looks like, but that is the dream for me, just to do some sort of ferry flight across the Atlantic. It's dangerous, looks amazing, Greenland, Iceland, all of it.
I'd love to do something like that in a twin. Like if somebody offered me the keys to a 42 and said take it across the Atlantic, I'd be well up for it. If somebody offered me the keys to a 152 and said take it across the Atlantic, I'd probably run away.
I'd do it.
You'd do it, okay.
Yeah, I would. He'd live once.
Absolutely.
Say a couple of extra jumpers, he'd be alright.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, should we let that conclude our Q&A session, guys?
I think so.
Yeah.
Let's go smash out some island hopping.
Yeah, and obviously just to thank everyone who's brought questions forward for us. I'm sure we'll do another one of these at some point, so if there's questions that haven't been answered, write them down, save them for the next one, and we'll try and do another Q&A if it does seem that this one was quite popular, which it looks that way.
Yes, quite a few people been chatting on YouTube, so a few questions coming in.
I'm just waiting to see what Richard does next, because I haven't got the balls that Richard has got. I think he needs to get like most valued player or something.
They should have awards, shouldn't we, every week for doing this? Like just the Legend of the Night award.
We'll find a role for Richard on our Discord and we'll assign him it.
Yeah, okay.
Most ballsy.
I like it.
Right.
Balls of steel.
So we've spent the last hour doing sort of landing challenges here already, haven't we, guys? So one of the and also anyone who fancies suggesting some activities that we can do for the next hour or so in Flight Sim, please write them in the chat or the comments, and we'll certainly consider them. If they're a bit far-fetched, we might not do them. But yeah, fire them at us, and we'll see what we can do. But at the moment, we're at St Bart's, and we're going to look at doing maybe a couple of landings here, and then we'll do some island hopping. Just a little bit of piston engines only, and I don't know, I think last time we did one of these videos I was picking the next destination, so I think I'm going to let someone else do it this time.
Alright.
You really sure you want to give that amount of power to somebody else?
I don't know. If I give it to you, I'm afraid that you're going to like end up nominating a seaport or something to us, and we're all going to try and land on an ocean.
I would definitely do that. Given
Airfield, Tango, Foxtrot Golf, just to the northwest of us. If you look on the VFR map, it's kind of the next one up.
What planes are you guys in, so I can keep
Oh,
up?
yeah.
I'm in a Baron.
I'm in a Baron. It's piston engine only, so pick
I'm
your
just going to get
favourite.
that as well then. If I could follow somebody, because as I said, the CPL was never my favourite thing, so I'd just like to follow somebody. Be fantastic.
Yeah, fine.
So are we doing any more landings here, guys, or have you had your fill?
No,
I think I went with it.
just just going to smash it out.
It's been a good one.
Okay. Also, anyone who's watching and wants to join in, that's where we're going. So by all means, spawn here, and we'll all get a flight together.
Yep. So turn up at St Bart's, and we're going Tango Foxtrot Golf. It's Grand Case, and bring something moderately slow.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Try and stick with
And
pistons.
I think after that, to the south of it is a Tango November Charlie Mike, just to the south of it, so that could be quite a good start really, because then you can hop to the next one, and then there's one to the north of it as well, so that looks quite good in that area.
Is there any quicker way of typing on these G1000s, or do you still have to use the sticks like real life? The knobs?
Sticks like real life, but I just kind of use a VFR map and aim at it.
Yeah.
It's
Grand Case.
it gives you a runway direction.
I've got it. I'll put a mark on the line. That'll do me. Right, so when are we going? Who's right? Hang on. I nominate Kitty as the leader.
Well, I'm in a Cessna 172, so you're gonna have to really pull it up if you're gonna follow me.
Yeah, it's always a Cessna with you, isn't it? It's a Citation, and now it's a 172.
I'm a man of extremes.
Yeah, well, you can lead then if you like, and we'll just buzz past you.
Okay.
Where's Wallace? Are you picking a plane?
Yeah, just waiting for it to load in now.
Okay, we'll wait for you.
Thanks.
You can go around me if you like, Key.
Okay, I'll crack on then.
Mate,
We've got a question in the chat. Have you been watching Stevo? I'm assuming you mean Stevo Canevo, the TBM guy on YouTube. Anyone seen any of his videos?
Yeah, I love his videos, they're really good. Very American, so we don't teach you anything that you need to know in the UK. But he's a really good guy to watch.
Yeah.
I quite enjoy him.
I'd say he seems like a nice guy. He's got an amazing life. His RT triggers the crap out of me.
Are you going for it, Kitty? Have I just seen you take off?
I'm going, man.
Taking off, yeah.
We're going.
And there's an SR-22 has just vertically landed on the runway in front of me.
Legend.
Can I ask one of you guys to please open up your streaming on Discord so people can see another perspective on our Discord if they would like?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody with a good connection.
You've got a good connection, Kitty.
Yeah, but I'm also got my hands full with the Cessna 172.
So how much of a lead should we give him, Nath?
Well, if we're going to make a cup of tea and come back, should be about right.
Yeah, I think you might be right, actually. I'll give him a couple of minutes. Oh, I've got...
There's a caravan that's just smashed his way in on his nose gear.
I missed
That
that.
was pretty incredible.
Righto, I'm in.
Should we go now, Jim?
Yeah, let's go. Wallace is here as well. Oh, he's
Okay.
on the runway, so yeah. Let's catch him up.
Oh, hang on, I'll wait. I don't know where I'm going.
It's Tango... Oh, I don't know. Tango Foxtrot
Foxtrot Golf.
So, okay. Means nothing, but whatever.
if you take off, turn left, head northwest. It's if you press the V for Victor key, you get a little VFR map. If you zoom out, you'll see it to the northwest.
Still playing chicken with like a 787 out here.
If you take a head of about 330, you should get you a nice left base for it in about 20 miles maybe.
Perfect.
Already overtaken Kitty.
Yep.
Already going down
Bye-bye.
left-hand side.
I've got him in my crosshairs.
So if we go past inverter, just take this. Being kind.
Do it.
Right, I've set the props to something acceptable. Are these Baron's turbo?
Yes.
Excellent. I need all the turbos I can get.
They're turbo normalized. You do realise that, don't you?
What altitude calibrated?
Yeah, they're not going to be giving you any more power at this altitude.
Yeah, well, I don't need it.
We can go full flapping gear down and we'll still beat it there, Kitty.
All right, flexing.
Hey, Kitty,
Don't make me break out the citation.
you suck.
Yeah, but we still beat you in the citation.
Hey, I've worked out how to use my speed brakes in that thing. I want a rematch.
Okay.
He wants a rematch.
Come on, 172. Don't let the side down.
What speed are you doing?
A glorious 90 knots.
Oh dear.
Wow.
What speed are you doing, Nath?
180.
Yeah, I'm doing 190.
Hey, I'm picking up speed now. I'm doing 110.
That's what we rotated at.
This flight is like an analogy of my life. Everyone's just flying past me, and I'm just here chugging along.
Yeah, Wallace fell out of the sky.
Oh, you saw that, did you? Oh no.
Oh yes.
You just fell out of the sky?
He's inverted, to be fair.
You crashed.
Well, it got difficult.
It got the straight and level got difficult. Wait a minute. How are you ahead of me? Nath, you've just overtaken me.
Have I? Yeah, but
Yeah.
I thought I started before you.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
I don't fully understand this. Have I got something dangling out that shouldn't be? No, my gear and flap is up.
I thought I was always in front.
Maybe not. Oh, maybe you were. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely took off first.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I'll get there and give you a runway heading.
I can do it on the map, mate.
It's going to be about 280, I think. I think it's the other side of this hill.
Yeah, it looks
right
sort of 100 and 28, doesn't it? 10, runway 10, runway 28.
Yeah.
What speed are you doing, eh?
196.
Yeah. Just
Just
on the yellow.
Correct.
Have you brought your props back?
Yeah, 20. Well, I can't see them because they're right too small and mould. But about 23, 4, I think.
Fair enough. Is it easier to see on that screen?
I do love this new monitor.
Yeah.
But I think they're a little bit smaller until I get the other one tomorrow from DPD. Yeah, that's some advice for everybody. Don't use DPD for courier service. You order 2 monitors at the same time, dispatch the same time, and one comes one day, one comes the next.
Amazing.
Okay, I'm on a left base for the runway now. You can see it looks fairly short. It's not slopey. It's fairly flat, but it doesn't look very long. So
It's not the Cliff Surprise then?
no,
Oh, okay.
it's quite nice though. I'd like to go on holiday.
I think I recognise this island. This is St. Martin's.
Might well be.
This is
yeah.
the other airport that's across the island from Juliana.
Looks like it. It could be. Maybe. I don't know. I should Google it. Or I'll put it into. I'll put run Navigraph and see what that says.
Oh yeah, that Navigraph thing works now.
Works back into it.
Is the stream still working on Discord?
500.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Perfect. Thanks.
and you're not inverted this time.
Runway
No,
30
no,
I
not
can
yet.
see, and I'm on short final. And I'm down. I'm well happy with a lack of crashing today.
You've just jinxed it.
It's a new me.
It's not the same.
We've got an Icon A5 just trying to attack us.
Just access to the end so I can watch you guys come in. Don't think it's St. Martin with the layout because there's a bit of land over the water where St. Martin hasn't got a bit of land. There. As it's rendered to. I can see Kitty in the distance. Finally
Yeah.
arrived from his holidays.
I'm determined to get there before him.
I mean, we're basically looking at them in the whites of their eyes when they're landing here, Nath, but you know.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. We give him the stare down. Oh, there's a
Oh, is that the Icon?
on the top. Yeah. Have you tried it yet? I've tried it in the London Water Sports Centre in Nottingham. That's pretty good fun.
I'm a little bit disappointed that there's not many water effects.
No, I agree.
Considering
Someone
how
actually asked a question on YouTube saying, are there any aircraft carriers in the game? Not that I've seen, but that sounds quite fun.
it'd be good to know.
Ships. There are definitely ships moving around, like commercial shipping.
Oh,
Yeah, I think there are
Oh,
aircraft carriers.
what if you land on a cargo ship with a cub?
Bob.
But then again, you couldn't land on a bridge because apparently land in water.
Yeah, they'll. I think it probably just detects it as a crash. Gives
mean-
you the old sad music.
Did Wallace say that he was dead set
Oh.
on beating Kitty?
Yeah, is he landed?
He's on final now.
Short final.
I want to see you suddenly appear around the side of the cliff and like just.
Is it at the far side of this
Peter in.
island, or where is it?
I'm looking for you. I can't see you.
At the other side of a hill,
There's quite a few hills.
the big one.
The big one.
Yeah, if you
Oh,
look at the island, it's
there's-
literally on the northern tip.
There's a what's a C25C? Is that a?
That's the Citation 4, isn't it, I think?
Is he just gone into space shuttle mode and he's coming down like a lawn dart? Did I see that right?
Yeah.
No, he's leveled off. now.
Spawned at 25,000 feet.
Oh. What were you saying about them being too easy to land, Kitty?
Pretty floaty. Pretty fast though. Whee.
What's the runway orientation?
East west.
1230. You'll be on 30, mate.
30. Okay.
Yeah. If you want all of them, the digits are 300.
Oh, thanks.
No problem. I'm half tempted. What's it? Oh, you've got a Baron 58 as well. I might go and change my aircraft to a single piston so it's a bit fairer.
Or we're not just going to let him suffer.
Might get a fast single piston though. Get the Cirrus out.
It was serious, yeah. There's also the Bonanza. That's pretty good fun. I had to go that the other day with Harry.
Yeah. I don't think I could suffer a 172.
No.
How fast do you think you'll land one of these at?
I've been doing 80.
80,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Better
that
slow
far back.
down there. Don't know what it is now. Coming back too quick though.
Oh! Richard's arrived. He's not in a 7.4 anymore.
Good lad.
And a Baron. He's arrived as well. Screaming down that runway.
Is this a run and break or a landing? No, it's a landing.
Right, I'm going to change my aircraft.
Ricky.
Next airport should be that Tango, Quebec, Papa Foxtrot to the north. And then after that, we can come back to this island and do the Tango, November, Charlie, Mike. You think that's a good plan?
Sounds good to me, man.
Well, sounds good to me. I'm gonna get a slightly faster aeroplane.
Yeah, you go. So it's about 1-2 and make a left turn towards it. We'll see you there in about an hour.
That was extremely boring.
These are quite short airfields. short ups.
I've just unmuted Richard, so if he is the one we think.
Fantastic.
There you go, now you can chat, mate.
Hello,
Hello.
mate.
Hello.
How we doing?
Not so
You're
bad.
existing in a state of constant okay.
Whose phone's going off?
Flight mode.
Buzz mode.
Right, I've got a new aircraft.
So we're just out of the threshold of 1-2, like ready to go.
Which is great because I've just spawned in on 3-0.
Nah, mate, you'll have to taxi down here. 2v1.
My CPU's taken a hammering at 95%. It's been like that the whole time, and so does GPU. But it's doing it. Only just.
I don't even know what.
Yeah, I just had to turn my graphics settings down.
My CPU's maxed out.
And there's water cooled.
Right.
So if we depart and then
So where are we going next, guys?
we're going to Tango, Quebec, Papa Foxtrot, which is to the north. And then after that we'll come back south again and do Tango, November, Charlie, Mike. So if you
Quebec, Papa
So Jim, if you
Foxtrot.
depart on 30 and turn right to heading of north, you'll find it up there.
Are you guys already airborne?
I'm just getting airborne now.
Oh.
I'm in the fuel bay.
Any particular reason? Did you just fancy going there?
I respawned
Oh,
because I have a slightly faster aeroplane. Because flying the 170 was destroying my soul.
what have you gone for now?
A Baron, not a Baron, a Bonanza.
Oh, okay. Same. Who is profusely typing?
That's me.
That's some angry typing.
I've gone from
Dream
being very
typing.
quiet to I wasn't typing that hard.
Well, I mean, it sounded like angry typing, to be honest with you.
Oh, no.
Where have you gone, Jimbo? Totally lost you.
Taken off, mate.
What? Which runway?
3-0.
No, you've vanished off my screen.
I can see Nate.
Fingers crossed I don't crash the desktop this time.
Was that what happened?
Yeah, we're heading into to this place and Flight Sim just went, not today.
It was unhappy with your 7-4 antics.
He didn't like it. That first landing was a bit of a fluke because every time I did it afterwards it just turned into a touch and go.
It was heroic, though.
But yeah, I'll steady its run though, to be fair. So how long have we been playing it? Discord had a few dropouts, but this seems to be pretty solid.
Well, Discord's very, very intensive. You'll get about 4 or 5 more frames if you close Discord.
It looks like 2709. I'm going for 27. I'm well too fast at the minute.
I think I'm just behind you.
I can't actually see. I can see Nath. I can't see. Oh yeah, I can see you, Richard. And I can see Wallace. So, oh yeah, Kitty Cammy's not even taken off yet, guys.
Oh,
It's just fine, yeah. You just take off and then go north. It's fine. Don't need planning. That's what CPO's done now. Don't need it anymore.
No one's going to ask you to slap a map where you think you are.
I'm gonna slap the map anyway. There's someone in a 42. I'm following the person in the 42.
don't think any of us are.
We're already here.
Maybe someone on the stream is. You're my spirit guide. Oh, sorry, 62. You're my spirit guide, DA62.
Oh yeah, I think I found the airport.
Oh, this is a long
Just-
runway.
Oh, it's on the hill, quite long, isn't it?
Good, gonna need it. Jeez. Pulling behind Ricky.
I'm going to try and cut in front of Ricky.
What?
You haven't got long.
Watch me.
Short final.
Watch me.
500.
And he's done it.
He's done it as well. Nice landing, Rick.
Oh, did he land? Did he land at the same time as me?
Yeah.
I'm not going around.
Oh, and there's a 7-8 here. Excellent.
Oh, sorry about
Kitty again is about 10 miles away.
I'm just taking off.
Oi! What was that? You just drifted at me.
that. I know. Badass.
Do you find that the ground handling is really, really poor on Flight Sim? I think the rest of it's pretty good, but I find the taxiing really painful.
I find some of the aircraft, I think, like they need to work out the amount of resistance that they have on the ground. Certainly the DA62, you try and taxi and it just feels like it's stuck in mud or something. It's really weird.
Yeah, I agree. I think DA62 you have to, that's doing like 90% to get it moving on top.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely mad the amount of power you need to put in. Where are we going, by the way?
Well, you're just following a random
Tango,
person.
Quebec, Papa Foxtrot,
Papa
going north
Foxtrot,
from
okay,
me,
yeah. I'm
then
on
after that-
my way.
Well, you might as well go to the next one, Tango November Charlie Mike, that's where we're getting back south again.
Oh, okay, I'll just turn around then.
Jelly,
Charlie Mike.
Jelly,
Good old Princess Juliana.
Pardon?
Jelly. If you see anything else come up on the feed that you want to read out, just find a gap and throw it in there.
Yes. So,
Logan?
What on earth was
Charlie
that?
Mike, guys, happy with that?
Hang on, what did you say? Are you taking off already? Where are we going?
I'm following
We're
you.
going to the south, Tango November, Charlie Mike. It's give you a heading of about 195 or 200 to the airport.
195. Okay.
Basically the same island we just come from, but it's the other side of it. No idea what it looks like, but we'll have a go.
Whoa! You're right there, Rick.
I misjudged this horrendously. No, I didn't. Sweet.
Yeah, heading with about 205 is taking us towards it.
TNC should be nice and busy. Anyone flying with the honeycomb? Oh, sorry. Anyone flying with the honeycomb?
Yeah, I am.
I'm Kitty, Thrustmaster.
I think someone said yes then.
What do you think to the honeycomb? They're good.
Thanks.
Prefer it to the Certec one that I used to have.
Yeah.
It's about as good as you're going to get for that sort of price bracket.
Okay.
So if you don't want to spend more, what was this, 250 quid I think? If you don't want to spend any more than that, then it's well worth it.
Yeah.
Better here that the ones that are about 700-800 quid are like leaps and bounds above. But still nothing with force feedback as far as I'm aware, which is good for the shame.
Yeah.
Oh, sugar.
So I've had this Thrustmaster for about 10 years now.
Alright, Wallace.
250 on a project. But now we're about 350, 400 if we're in stock anywhere. Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm quite enjoying. I've got a really old joystick, but it's actually one of the last force feedback ones, I think, and I still love it.
Yeah, I mean they're very few and far between.
Yeah.
I don't know why they can't make a force feedback yoke. I mean, there's force feedback racing wheels for about 100 quid.
Written on it.
It's a different community, though, isn't it? I bet they're just struggling with what the people want, you know, kind of thing, and also making one that'll last. Because I think the amount of times they make a force feedback and it's really unreliable.
Yeah.
There is that.
You there yet, Kitty?
I can't get any more speed out of this.
Yeah, not that far away.
I think I'm going to go for the westerly runway, so from inland out to sea. Can't see it yet.
I'm gonna land from the sea, I think.
Look up around.
I'm gonna set myself up on a on like a sort of left base to the east facing runway.
Well, looks pushed it to your right.
What's interesting this one?
Oh, I found a runway. Is that the one we're going to?
Yeah, that's the one we've come from, mate.
Eh?
Yeah, it's one in a bay on the west of the island.
I've just lost everyone again.
Some short fire now. This could be St Martin, I think.
This is Giuliana, yeah. So I was right all along. I'll take my apologies in a postcard form, please.
Oh, it's right there.
The last one was St Martin.
Which way are you guys
Oh,
landing?
Yeah, it's the same island, isn't it? The island's name is St. Martin, the airport's name is
Actually, I'll go
Juliana.
for this one. Oh, you've all just jumped back in
sorry.
now. I see you, Nath. Did you crash?
Yeah, I did it first time tonight. I bounced and nosed in.
Oh dear.
Oh, Wallace is going
It
to
was
be
a very tactical approach.
I don't know where I am.
Runways to your right, mate.
Yeah, I guess that
I might
much.
change
but
aircraft.
I don't know how far to my right. I can't see anything in this view. Oh. Is that it there?
Say piston only.
Yeah, piston only, mate.
Just doing a
What was that
downwind.
airport I want to spawn in that?
The airport, Tango November Charlie Mike.
Spawn in now.
Kitty, why are you still in the air?
I've set myself up on a nice final approach so I don't bounce and crash like someone else.
You didn't even land on the last one.
Does this means that I'm the first one landed successfully?
I landed. I arrived very well.
Unsuccessfully.
Too well.
Yeah, you definitely arrived.
Only a minor spinal injury. Yeah, I'm back in.
It's busy around here.
Yeah, it is.
I've not flown this Cirrus for a while. Can you remember if you take off a flap or not?
I think
The
yeah, I
Cirrus?
think you do take off with flap and a Cirrus. It's been ages since I last flew one.
Yeah, same.
Wallace is down.
Yeah, baby.
Ricky's down. We've got Coffee Cookie about to do a stall over the top of us or something. What on earth was that? Oh, A320 going off.
Next airport.
We'll let Kiddy choose the next airport, I think.
Quite far away. Really? I think. Well, if looking at the map, south looks better, like closer.
Let me just taxi clear and then I'll have a look at the map.
Such a pro.
Fly the airplane first and foremost.
Nah, man, you're on the ground.
You know the acronym. Aviate, navigate, find the next airport.
Aviate, navigate, scratch your butt. King Air that's just absolutely gone bombing through me.
It's just taking off on the taxiway. Oh no, he's actually
What a
he's
unit.
intent on turning down the runway at almost takeoff speeds. He managed it.
Alrighty then. Let's have a look on the map. Should we go to another island? Should we go Tango, Foxtrot, Foxtrot, Juliet?
That's where we started.
Juliet.
Yeah,
Is
I've
it?
just been there, I think. TNCS is down south. That's quite a nice, interesting little.
Alright, let's do that one then. TNCS.
Can't remember how long the runway is.
Oh god, yeah. Oh, hang on. Is that one of our challenges? TNCS. No, it might not be.
Well, oh, short. TNCS, isn't it? Let's go there.
Yeah, definitely up for that.
TNCS?
Yep.
Oh, is that that really tiny one?
I think, if I
let's
recall
go there.
correctly, yeah, I think it is. I don't think I've put a 747 there before.
Right, I'm going
So
for
it is the short one on the end of the mountain. It's Saba. It's that.
Yeah,
oh,
let's go there.
yeah, let's do that. Yep. That was one of the
let's do
challenges
it.
that I was looking at, guys.
I'm in a serious, I think that's known for short field.
That horrible free castering nose wheel.
Who's that in front of me?
Why did I pick a serious?
Do it.
What? Oh. Cheers, Wallace.
No problem.
I love how we've got all of these piston aircraft to choose from, and 70% of us have chosen something from the Baron family, the Beechcraft family.
I would have chosen the A62, but I don't
really got to go any decent. Seriously, alright?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for some more tasty aircraft to be released. So that 182 looks quite good, but I want to fly 182 in the sim. Like just the big boys 172 really.
Yeah, it
Or
is.
something really tasty being released.
I want to see a
Really
Piper.
want to 28.
I want to see a yeah,
Let's see.
or maybe something a bit crazy like a
Yeah,
Matrix
an arrow
or a Malibu.
Yeah. Oh, Matrix would be good. That'd be good on Malibu. Yeah. Which?
It's that mountain one in the
way
distance,
we're
isn't
take.
it?
No, I don't mean that. But like, are we going to go the easterly heading or westerly heading one?
Let's have a look. I don't know what the wind's doing, mate. What is this autopilot doing?
Just hear the words autopilots.
No, I said look at that naughty pirate in the ocean.
Ah, okay.
I have a very naughty pirate in my aircraft as well. I have to, yeah, if you have to become a Cirrus pilot, you don't fly a Cirrus like manually.
No,
you
you just
got-
stare
I've
at
even
your
wear-
iPad and have air
I'm wearing
props
balls
people.
right now. I've got my iPad. I've got autopilot, and I'm going to tell everybody about my new Range Rover. That's a Cirrus pilot, sort of.
Make
Oh,
sure
yeah.
you're filming it as well.
And tell
for your
everyone not to
Instagram.
touch that handle in the roof. Make sure you're clear on that. But tell them what it does as well. Actually, try and pull it. Go on, I dare you.
It didn't work in the sim. Someone's tried it, I think. It's a massive shame. Which is horrendous, because that means the aircraft's not certified to fly, so it shouldn't fly.
Yeah, it's not safe, is
Yeah,
it?
it says in up. I'll keep trying to pull it. I wish that worked. It'd be well funny wanted to parachute down onto an airfield. Rip the tail off.
I've just noticed this Baron's got 4 seats in the back. Jesus.
Yeah,
Yes,
six-seater.
Not the Baron, the single engine.
Oh, the Bonanza.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
yeah, Bonanza, yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah, Bonanza's a
it's like
big boy.
Saratoga. Am I still in front of everybody? I'm seeing anyone
Yeah.
else at the minute.
Whoa. Interesting. I think the air mass just changed in the simulator and just suddenly pitched up violently.
Doubt it.
You what?
You what? You what?
Oh, this is like ages. It's 16 miles.
Top.
I'm nearly there. To be fair, there's quite a few airfields by the looks of things to the southeast of it we can hop to after, if we make this one.
Yeah, and we're doing for fuel. Yeah, I'm alright. Strangely, I need to transfer some fuel by the looks of things.
I have a lot of fuel on board and it is blunting my climb performance.
Yeah, and I'm struggling with the cruise speed of this. I'm flat out and I can only get 140.
Should have got a proper plane, mate.
170 in the Cirrus.
You're getting 170? I picked the wrong plane.
90% now, yeah.
I'll
They
push the
are,
proper.
slippy little things.
I've pushed the RPM into the red. Come on. I've got 145 now, guys. That's made all the difference. I've got a knot.
Closed your cowl flaps.
Have I closed my cowl flaps? Yeah, they are closed. Is there anything else that can create drag?
See Wallace to my left and Teo taking me in a barrel. He's going to be
200 knots, baby. Where's this airport? I can't see an airport on the
It's
map.
right in front of us. It's a little one. I'll look at the map. It's east-west almost, and it's like on the end of the cliff. It looks horrendous. So it'll be in your 12 o'clock, I think, from what I can see. I can't see it yet, but it's one of that tiny one everyone talks about on YouTube.
Alright.
Yeah, it's Saba, however you pronounce it.
So this looks a great place in the world to fly, doesn't it?
Yeah, get the 406 in there, no problem.
Easy. Don't get it out again, but you get it in there.
So is east-west then?
Looks it, yeah.
I can't see any airport on my VFR map.
Yeah, I can see
Oh
it.
yeah, I can.
It's a little out, yeah.
It's tiny.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I'm
bugger.
generally nervous.
Oh, do you? Right. It's probably want to slow down.
It would be quite cool to feature in flight sim if you could, like, had flight sim, you could spawn into like a random tower at an airport and just watch people land. It'd be quite cool.
Yeah. You're just gonna have to do it with the drone, aren't you? That's the only solution now.
Yeah.
I've just realised something, guys.
What's that?
Where's Kitty gone?
Oh
Are you
yeah.
even taking off? Yeah.
I have 17 track miles to run.
Oh, he's at the back. Have you seen the runway yet, Wallace?
No. No.
See Ricky's over the top of me, aiming
It
towards.
should be on this side of the island. We should be able to see it. Yeah.
See, there's like a lot of other users in that area, so I'm kind of aiming for them.
Yeah, they're on the
Yeah.
runway. Definitely.
The runway, it just sort of goes between those two hills there.
Hmm.
Can't see it yet.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've got it. I'm definitely flying the wrong way.
So what's the orientation?
Don't know.
it's east-west. I think you come in from over the sea, don't you?
Can you see it, Ricky? I can't. I'm a bit lower than you. Is it on top of the hill or is it on like?
No, it's
Well,
pretty
that's
much
it.
sea level. I'm just trying to figure out.
Oh, I can
okay?
actually see the orientation of the runway. I can see the runway letterings. It's 12 and 30.
How can you see that?
I've zoomed in on the VFR
I'm
map.
over the threshold and I can't see that.
Zoom in on the VFR map. 12 and 30.
Yeah, I'm landing on
I'm on left
30.
base now for 1, 2, and oh my god, that looks horrendous.
I crashed.
Damn, looked impressive. DL. Oh shit, it's there.
What a spin bit.
I can't fly this thing from
TBF.
within the aircraft. I can only do it on the outside view.
Really?
Yeah, just can't.
Well, Mikolo Mike made it.
What's that airport code?
TNCS. Tango November Charlie Sierra.
Stop.
Come on. I'm down. I've made it. Yes.
So what was it? Runway 12?
112, yeah, 30, yeah.
Okay.
And I've made it, which I can't believe.
So, do you think it'd be a good time to put my gears out before I land, or once I've stopped on the runway?
Oh no.
No.
Depends how fast you want to stop.
Just press G and see if it pops back out of the ground.
I think Nath has got some experience with this.
And it just stops props. It's like, oh.
Right, here we go. I'm on left base for whatever this is.
Might get a screenshot of this.
It's really cool, this place. There's a king here on the room. Well, that's brave.
500.
Oh, I'm getting FPS drops. I think it's drawing it in.
I can't believe PC's ran this whole time on high / ultra. It's doing really well.
Oh, look at that. No drama.
You down?
Yeah.
Jimbo. It shows me that you're over the sea, hovering.
Interesting.
I wish I could. I wish I could show you. It actually looks like you're hovering off the coast after your taxi.
Oh yeah, I've got the same for you. You should look at the stream.
Oh really?
Yeah, you're just off the apron, but mid-air.
No, definitely on the apron. Absolutely.
Right, Wallace is going to have another go. And where's Kitty? Here's Kitty.
Take that bit.
You're still. Where exactly are you on your screen, Nath? Because at the moment you're over the sea to the southeast of the field.
You're a threshold. Literally sat on the threshold watching you guys. Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's
I'm
bizarre.
not watching you over the sea. I see other people on the runway though, so it's not just you guys. Well, it is just you guys. So the rest of the people in the right place.
Ricky's
Yeah.
giving it another try as well.
This time with gears.
Let's see where Ricky lands. See if he lands on my runway or a different runway.
Nice to see all the TBMs here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not cheating.
Wallace, Jesus. Just spin it off, mate. Spin it off. Been a bit low there,
Can't.
Ricky. There we go.
can see Ricky on final for this runway. And going around well, it seems. See Wallace on final from that. So I think you're on a different runway, Jimbo.
I think I am.
Yeah, because they're all making approaches to my runway.
Yeah, they look fine on my screen as well.
Where the fuck is he? Oh, there.
And he said, "Oh, Bert, good to see you." Like knife edged towards me.
Oh, oh,
Oh, Jesus. That's how we roll.
oh, nice.
Oh no.
Stop.
Yes!
Again, Wallace, you're mid-air over the sea for me.
Oh no. I definitely stopped on the runway this time.
Why is Ricky off the end?
Oh yeah, Ricky's looks like he's in the water.
No, this rock's particularly
That's a great view. Alright, print screen, whatever it's called.
Jim, I bet your taxi back out onto the runway now. Hopefully it's sorted itself out.
Just can't.
What?
He's just got a view of this upside down plane out a window.
Oh dear. How is it still there? Ricky, just cycle your gear for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. R.I.P. mate. And meanwhile, this is all going on. Kitty's missing the fun.
Where is he?
He's
Dragging man,
he's joining
final
final now.
75 knots.
Fantastic.
The cow flaps are open, Ricky. That's good. Engine cooling.
water cooled. Sea water cooled.
I still don't really understand why Nath is just hovering in the air to my left, but never mind.
I can see you exactly where you are now, Jimbo.
I'm on the end of the
So-
runway.
Yeah, I can see that in my window, exactly where you're supposed to be. But I'm still on 3-0.
Mate, you're just hovering in the sky.
There's just a shadow.
I've got him on the threshold, 3-0.
Oh, that's bizarre. Alright, here we go.
Watching Kitty.
I've got Kitty hovering over a different runway, over
No,
the
he's
sea.
about to land for me. Oh,
Oh yeah. I think he's done it.
Landing, stalled it in.
yeah, I had to do something similar because this thing was carrying a lot of speed. Well, that was fun.
Go to the next island, southeast, TNCE.
Or
Perfect.
we'll do one more,
Okay.
and then we've got another location entirely to try out. How's that sound?
Let's do that. Let's go for that now.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Where are we going?
Don't know. What's the other location? Thought we had one in mind.
Kitty, call the shots.
There's some very loud TBM next to me.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay, I crashed. Apparently. I collided with an object.
Perfect.
Rip me.
Go to the main menu then if Kitty's crashed.
Oh, he spawned in. Oh no, Ricky spawned in again.
Insurance.
Right. The next options then, guys, are some Norwegian fjords, or we can do the Lukla landing challenge.
Oh, Luckle's good fun.
Lovely.
Fords look good. Yours.
Right. Have we had any suggestions in chat, Jelly, or can we stick with the plan?
No, nothing's come through, I'm afraid. So
Nobody loves
stick with
us.
the plan.
Okay, just been watching.
Right. Obviously, to make it interesting, guys, we're not going to spawn at Lukla. We are going to find the nearest one, which hopefully isn't miles away.
Just seen that comment in chat. Ricky flies 747s from Full Sutton over the prison to make it worse.
Ah.
Brilliant.
Right, Luckler.
That's Pete. I've given him the Discord. I think he's just joined him up and he pops on soon.
What's the airport exploring us at?
Right, hang on. I'll give you a... What? We might have to change the time of day.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are swamped in... Oh my word. Okay. We might want to see if we can make the group thing work, because on the map that I'm looking at, Luckler has at least 30 aircraft.
Sounds like a laugh.
Right, what's the distance between these two? 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, there's about 10 miles between them, so we're going to spawn at... Do you guys want the code?
See,
Yes, please.
Victor, November, Papa, Lima.
What aircraft are you using, by the way?
I'm just thinking about that. So it's a high altitude. I think I still will go with a... Should we stick with pistons?
Yeah.
No, let's open the floor to more silly things.
Okay.
A380.
I'm not going to take a King Air in there because that would be a silly idea.
Silly idea, you say?
Do it, Kizzy.
TBM might be quite a nice surprise. It's got quite a powerful reverse on that.
The TBM is just ridiculous at everything, mate. It's basically the I win button if you're doing a bush challenge.
Yeah.
So TBM is never a bad choice, which is why I'm not going to take it. I'm going to take a Cessna 152.
You're crazy.
Nothing wrong with a Cessna.
I'm gonna take the extra.
Okay.
Can everyone remember what happened last time I took an extra?
Oh yeah, Nathan and his extra experience.
I'm going to append heavy to my call sign.
Drop off.
Right, guys, before we jump in, would it be wise for us to maybe try a group, considering how much is there, or are we just gonna not? There is a lot of aircraft at Luckler.
Your shout.
It's not worked though, has it?
Yeah, it's not worked in the past few times we've tried to do it. We've had to go public to see everybody, so you know.
Let's
maybe.
Give it a try, and then. If
let's
it doesn't
try
work,
it. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
set up a group before everyone goes in, guys. I'm sending out your invites now. We need to add Rich. It's only fair.
If you've got the time, yeah. If not, don't panic about it.
I need to add you, mate. What's your username? Do you know?
You doing it via Steam or you doing it via
In
Microsoft game?
the game.
Oh, so what's it giving me? Ricky #4686. It's RIKKI #4686.
RIKKI #4686.
Yeah.
Sent.
Right, let's hope I get something through.
Right.
Accept is right.
So I'm going to turn it to group only. I'm going to change the time to daytime. Live weather looks good. Any idea when daytime is?
It was Victor November Papa Lima, yeah?
Yep. It should be
Yeah.
Fat Blue.
I'll start spawning in now then. Do clear skies as well, Jimbo, just to make it reasonably easier.
Okay, done. Midday, clear skies.
How do you change the time of day?
You don't. I do that.
Okay, so I can
You
just
give him
fly
that kind of power.
runway 20. Will that do?
Yeah. I just realised I've picked probably the worst thing for this, haven't I? I'm going to run out of puff before I can even get up to the bloody airport.
In a
You're kind
152,
of like
yeah.
max elevation before you even take off.
You're gonna have to take off with like 20% mixture.
Oh my god, what can I fly that doesn't require anything hard?
An FS2020.
Don't
I
bother
have
with
to-
the AI, you'll go
Go
straight
on
to
the
the
extra, can't say anyone yet.
Oh,
Oh, see,
Lord.
a 150. There you go.
Oh lord, I've got
Yeah, so I-
8,180 feet elevation before I've even started.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you-
right.
Zero.
150's got decent performance at that altitude, isn't it?
You're on the grass for me.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
just moved aside so I can see everyone.
You see me yet?
Yeah, I can see you in an extra.
Cool.
I can't see your name tag, but I think you're too close.
No, I can't see yours either.
I can see Kitty on the stand. Oh, have you taken a caravan?
Yes.
Oh,
That's cheating.
yeah, that is cheating.
They're
Is
designed for designed for
It's
them.
mad because you didn't think of it.
I haven't got any old Cessna. I've got the Aerobat, so watch
Wow.
watch my slick moves.
I want to see you do some flips,
Some
or whatever they're called.
some flips.
Flips,
So where's the
yeah.
airfield we're going to?
Right, you want the airfield we're going to? Oh, I don't even have any
Yeah.
form of navigation in here. I'm going to have to use the map. We are going to... Oh, this is all in a funny direction to me. I think it's... No, that doesn't make sense. It can't be that way.
VNLK.
VNL?
That just makes sense.
Yeah, VNLK. That's it.
Are we south of the equator?
No, we're still north of the equator, aren't we?
Don't know, mate.
Just, yeah.
No.
Just going to put my carb heat on to check
south.
for
We need to
icing.
do a circuit to the north.
I'm taking off with 50% mixture.
Well, I'm in. I can't see anybody.
Oh, that's interesting.
Aw.
I've lost everyone now.
I can't see anymore.
Oh, we'll just wait for everyone to come back in, I guess. I saw you all at the start. I saw Kitty and Nath.
Yeah, I can still see people.
I can see you come back in, Jimbo, for a second. Keep coming in and out, really.
Oh, this is slow.
What are you in?
The 152? 150? 152? Aero thingy.
Oh, you great minds, mate.
Great minds, I'm doing 20 knots and flat out.
Oh no.
Come on, give me thermal. Give me thermal.
I'm gonna have to try. I'm gonna have to
I'm
just try and get airborne now, guys.
I'm up.
Yeah, okay, I'll go for it.
Jesus.
Oh, there you are. Righto. Here we
Yeah.
Oh
go.
my
Actually,
god.
that makes sense
Flat
very
out.
well.
Oh yeah, everyone's just pinged in now as well. Here we go. Airspeed's not rising. Hello.
Hello.
Can you give me a tow?
No.
Oh, I've got 40 knots. Right, there's a start. I'm just gonna let it jump off this cliff. Oh,
Yes.
Hey, what have we got?
So this extra is massively overpowered, but it's still struggling around here.
50 knots. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
oh god.
Stall.
This is
I mean-
fine.
Yeah, Richard,
Beautiful.
you know we've got to turn north and keep climbing up towards those big mountains, right?
I'll take the road.
Yeah, I
Just
think we
drive.
we might as well walk.
Yeah.
Oh lordy.
So we need to go north, yeah?
Essentially we need to go roughly 020, yeah.
Oh. Okay. That might be difficult.
Oh god, this thing's not climbing. Actually, no, I'm lying. I'm at my 66 knots best rate of climb speed, and I've got 400 feet per minute climb. Things are good.
So, for now.
Well, I'm heading 030. Do you think that'll work?
1,500 feet a minute, the extra.
Yeah, how are you at 12,000 feet nearly, Nath?
How?
Yeah.
Because I'm climbing like a homesick angel. 2,000 feet a minute, 75 knots.
Wow. You're not going to have any problems getting up to Lukla then. I, on the other hand...
We're probably getting in, not up to it.
What happened to my other 152 friend? Rick?
I'm further behind you in the valley.
You've gone the other way.
Well, I took a long turn.
You just thought, screw this, I'm just going to go downwards, which is probably better for this aircraft.
Hey, got me some speed. I'm just a bit far behind now.
I can't actually see you.
Just north of the wherever we took off from.
Well, there's Everest, guys. Anyone fancy trying to land on the top of it?
Ooh,
Don't fancy trying to climb up to the top of it.
No.
Oh my word, is that the airfield?
Can you see it?
I don't know, I can see something that might be an airfield, but it might not be.
Okay.
Is there a big cliff at the end of the runway? If so, then yes.
What do we think? There's something on the right.
I think you've gone the wrong way, Wallace. It's
What?
It's more like 040, something like that.
You told me north.
I said 020 and I've corrected myself.
Afraid.
But now you're going to have to try and turn around in that valley.
That's not going to happen.
Well,
I'm just going to try and climb over this hill.
be thankful you're not trying to get to 10,000 feet in a Cessna 152. You're going to try and climb over that hill. I can watch you quite clearly from here, actually. I'm going to watch this unfold.
What do you think the best climb speed is in a Cessna Caravan?
30.
Right. Stall. Ah,
Oh, he's going back down again. Have you landed
you're
on the
about
hill?
100 foot off and all. That's it.
once I'm over this ridge, I'm safe.
Well, it's alright, guys, because I might have a problem in a second. I might not actually be able to outclimb this very gradual hill in front of me.
Oh shit.
I think you might have been better off with the regular Cessna 152, you know, because I think the Aerobat's heavier and it has a worse performance.
Well, now you tell me. I thought Aerobat, cool, I can do loops over at the Everest.
Yeah, sadly. I think you've been
I'm not
rused,
far
mate.
away in the extra, and I'm going to do an uphill landing in an extra. It has absolutely no view out the front whatsoever. So I'll try and make it into.
You want to do it
Right,
outside
you got to side slip them in, mate. That's how you do it. In
I know,
real
but side slipping into Lukla. I'm glad you're not watching.
I was just going to say, can we not watch this?
You're going to have to stream it, Nate.
My internet's not
Oh
good
my
enough.
god, I'm scraping my arse over the top of this hill.
Sounds like.
I don't have the permissions to stream.
Oh. Sorry, Rich.
Don't worry about it.
Wallace
Did you
made
make it over that hill?
Yes, mate.
Who's beeping? Oh, that's me. I actually went overspeed. Crazy.
I have officially made it past the 10,000 foot mark in a 152.
I'm currently at 11 apparently.
I should probably lean my engine out a bit more.
What, 15,000 in the extra.
Oh, I've gained some more power from that. Excellent.
An
And,
aileron roll.
and
at
just to rub it
50,000
in,
feet.
you're like winging over next to me. Thanks, Wallace.
Go on, do some aerobatics.
Shall I?
There
Yeah,
you
go
go.
on.
Do it.
I'm watching.
Let's
Alright.
watch.
I'll do a
Alright.
loop for you, alright?
Wrong way, guys, by the way.
What's the entry speed into a loop?
That. Whatever
no.
you're doing now.
It's
Oh
spin
my God.
approved. Oh, fuck it, I'll do it.
Whatever you're doing now.
Here
By the
we
way,
go.
guys, the airfield, I
100
can
knots.
see it now. It's
Oh,
a lot
110.
lower than I am.
Jesus. Still water. Still water. Still water. Yes, mate.
Do it again.
I can't do it again. You can only do it once in these aircraft.
I'll show you how it's done.
on then.
Watch this. Smash.
Oh, you're behind me.
Just to let you guys know, but the airfield's a lot lower than me. But I just seen
Yeah.
it.
I did see that. That
I'm
was
not
quite
sure what
impressive.
airfield elevation is, but it's a lot lower than 12,500 feet. So I'm going to join in the overhead and descend
I
dead
can't
side
do
for the
it, it's
left-hand
not final.
circuit, I guess.
Where is the airfield? Is that it?
Wherever you are, it's
I'm over it right now.
I can't see you. I can only see Jim.
Yeah,
I think it's at 7,500 feet, if I recall correctly.
only 7,500 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was truly a loop of victory then.
Nothing then. Right, overhead descending dead side.
Oh God.
How have you found it? Oh, I'll just follow Jim.
Map.
Map.
Shall I do a spin?
Does not compute. Yeah, do a spin.
Okay.
Do a flip.
go on final and an extra. Wish me luck, guys.
Good luck.
Yeah, I see you now. Godspeed.
Power's back. I need an
Oh,
A launcher
yes.
in the
Yes,
in the
Jimbo. Pull out with that.
I can't actually. We can go into a spin that time. Let me try again. You got to almost accelerate stall it.
You guys find the extra. You need a lot of A launcher.
Come on, spin.
Spain.
Yes. Oh, that's a spin.
Whoa, yeah, looks good.
I just thought that hill was going to hit me then.
Uh-oh.
Anyway,
Right, I'm right base to final.
I just did a spin. No one cares about you.
I watched. Oh, yeah. Can
I've
you lead
landed
me
the
to the
extra
airport
and I'm
now?
alive.
You should have
Wow.
recorded that, Wallace.
Hmm?
You should have recorded that.
I don't know how to.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Can you take me to the airport now?
Yeah, follow me.
I'm just trying to find you again.
You're going to have to
Oh,
follow
hang
me
on.
at like 70 knots though, mate.
Oh no! No!
Oh no, I can see other people.
Where?
So,
Oh yeah, I can.
Ah.
I can see the runway.
no, you can't.
I totally can. Yep, I can see the runway.
What's the ICAO of Lucla?
Good question. Very well put.
Victor November Lima Kilo.
That's it.
Because I crashed on the taxi in.
On
I'd
the
landed,
taxi.
I was going to the taxiway, and I basically scraped the right wing as I took the corner a bit too quick. But I'd landed successfully. It's so annoying.
Well, watch the Cessna 152 show everyone how it's done.
Oh, I'm so annoyed at that.
Because not only did it actually make it almost all the way up here now, but on the way here I've done a loop and a spin. What a
I did a few
machine!
rolls.
And all intentional.
What's Lucla again?
Victor
Victor-
November
No. Go for it.
Lima Kilo.
Yeah.
Beautiful, I'm on finals.
I'm going to do
Kitty,
a
where are
circuit
you?
now just to prove I can do it.
Kitty,
Yeah, I'm down.
are you parked?
I'm just parking up now. Just had to struggle up the hill a little bit.
Oh God, that's going to be my struggle.
Don't turn too quickly, especially in a tail wheel. I'm so mad right now.
I've got it.
The
Where's
best
Wallace gone?
Best tail wheel landing I've ever done.
Where are you, Wallace? Oh, there you are.
Finals, mate. Managed to find an airport on my own.
I helped.
What do you
though.
reckon the approach speed of the Cessna Caravan is?
30.
7. Okay.
I don't have enough power to get up the runway. I'm just
Go for about 90, 80 or 90, I think.
Thanks.
I'm just going to do it flapless so I don't slow down too much.
Good idea.
Somebody give me a nudge from behind.
Up the hill.
Does anyone want a beer from the Buddha Lodge?
Yes.
Of course.
You gotta know where the fuel is.
I'm
and the
climbing
extra
on
fuel.
final. What is this?
Fuel in the extra. It's like between your legs, I think.
Oh no! Don't hit that.
Ah,
It's fine.
help!
Oh, I see another caravan pulling in beside me.
Oh,
yeah,
brilliant.
buddy.
I've just gone through the ground. I can just reverse out and pretend that didn't happen. Excellent. Oh, crap. Did anyone see that? No? Good.
We've got another question, guys. What's your favourite aircraft?
Oh. Is that in what context?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I suppose one with
Every
wings and
context.
yeah. Generally speaking.
Good question. I'll see
Mind
what
the
everyone
wall.
else's answer
Mind the
is.
wall. Oh.
Who, me?
Yes.
Missed it.
No, I don't think you did.
Well, if you'd have seen what I just did when I jumped over the top of this crest on the runway, and the fact I got away with that, I'm extremely lucky. Where's the place to get a beer? The Buddha Lodge. Excellent.
Buddha Lodge, that's the one. Come on then, everyone's favourite aircraft.
Well, in this, it's the TBM.
But in general,
In general, okay, I'm going to go with categories. I really like the Robin 2160 for like just general pottering around and aerobatics at the same time. And then something bigger than that, probably an Arrow. And then bigger than that, I'm actually really fond of the Dash. And then apart from that, 7.8, 7.4. That's lots of favourites, but you know,
that's a lot of
I
favourites.
can't
That's a very
choose.
complicated answer to a very simple question.
I just can't choose.
Too many.
So non-committal. I'm going to say, in terms of commercial aeroplanes, 7.4 and 7.5 are my favourite. Very closely followed by the Dash. And then it's got to be a Spitfire, hasn't it? I mean, it's got to be on there somewhere. I'm sure it's on everybody's list somewhere. But yeah, I'm going to be really autistic and specific and say a Mark 14C, which is the first of the Griffin engine Spitfires, is my absolute favourite.
You're unbelievable.
The favourite aircraft I've ever flown was probably a Extra 200. That and the Jet Provost. What
wow.
I'd like to fly would probably be probably a Spitfire or something like that. I think is on the list, or a Hawk. I think I'd like to fly a Red Arrows Hawk or Hawk T1, something like that.
Mark 1 Hawk, the old
Yeah.
school one.
I'm just going to do a circuit now to prove I can land an Extra.
Well, I landed a
Downhill.
152, so come on, mate.
Well, I did land in an Extra.
Mate,
I just
we've
crashed
got it on
taxi in.
film of you crashing through the end of the runway.
No, just on a taxi.
And not actually having anything adverse from it. It just
Yeah, you just like disappeared into a wall and then came back out again.
No noise.
such is
Oh,
the Cessna
somebody's got a
way.
320.
Ah. Just
Just someone
figured
film
out
a
to
landing
zoom in.
just to prove I can do it.
Yeah, just figured out how to zoom in. So
We can zoom in and watch him crash.
yeah, it's just going to be fantastic. Don't know where you've gone though.
On for short final.
I can't see anyone right now.
Landed.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. There you are.
Did it.
We just saw
Oh.
a name tag. We just saw a name tag coming up the runway there.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm not. It's weird because I can hear something, but I can't see anyone.
I can't work my camera.
Right. Should we get out of here?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go back down the hill to Papalima again.
Is that where we started?
You're going to fly a citation.
Yeah?
Awesome.
I did it before it was cool.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Except I can't see anyone, and I've got to start this thing. Oh well. Crash course.
Truck has just mated with you.
Avionics. Get rid of that. Has everyone gone already?
Yeah, taken off yet. The roll at the end of the departure.
It's VNPL, is it we're going back to?
Yeah.
Righto.
I'm trying to follow this valley down there. See how that works out. Do it at a low level.
Take off with the inertial sep on the
Oh, I can see people now.
on the Varakan, I wonder. Don't think you do you? Not at this altitude, anyway.
At this altitude, you definitely have this in normal.
This 320 is still just sat here.
In Discord, do any of you guys fly for an airline? I'm Sim Pilot Adam.
Used to, before the pandemic. Like a lot of us.
I still do, I suppose. But it's not really an airline, more cargo and specialist stuff.
Yeah, I'm cargo based as well. UK based cargo airline. Is as much as I'll say.
Well, is you upstairs from me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We'll go with that.
Yeah, there's a lot of lag at the moment between the stream and the voice chat.
Okay.
What stream?
Weirdly enough,
You mean the
think
voice?
that
between
was-
the YouTube stream,
And what
I
voice
think that
chat?
was set, wasn't it?
us talking. There's just a lot of lag on the stream at the moment.
That's standard on a stream, mate. There's always a 30-second delay or something.
Yeah.
Well, what speed are you doing?
125.
I'm currently 122 and I'm just behind in your 7-8 o'clock. Trying to do a bit of formation with you.
I can't see anyone right now.
I can see you.
Can you?
I could.
I hope I'm going the right way.
I can see everyone, yeah.
I figured out how to put my map up, so I'm winning now.
Which server are we supposed to be on again? Is it West Europe?
I'm on West Europe.
You're in the same one, I can see you.
Okay, I can't see anyone.
Got passed by an extra, that's embarrassing.
Where are you in?
Caravan. And it's doing victory rolls just to rub it in.
Just fine, they're inverted.
Jesus.
Oh, I forgot how tiny this runway is. Oh well. Wow, this air brake is powerful.
Powerful.
We started at what, about 8,000 feet, did we? Better start making a descent.
Do 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 do.
Oh, I 5 up.
Established on like a 3-mile final. 2 ahead.
Yo! God, this air brake is solid.
Love on the extra, you can roll onto vinyl. You can do an inverted vinyl.
What's final approach in one of these things, Kitty?
You want to be down at about 115 or so.
Excellent.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, balls. Oh, balls. Oh, no.
Just see Nate throwing that extra side slip in there.
Like that.
I thought I had loads of runway, so I didn't brake, and then it very, very quickly vanished. So I crashed.
So you just shot over the end of the runway?
Well, yeah, I thought, oh, it's slowing down really quickly, but...
Which is really embarrassing because I stopped in about 2/3 of the runway in a citation.
Oh, great for you.
Oh god, I'm floating. Please don't float.
I'll stop you.
Oh no!
Oh. Alright, Nate. Oh!
No!
It is slippy.
I
I told
guys,
you down like the other way down, it wouldn't stop.
guys, can I just ask what's happened here?
Yeah, I got it.
The citation is the victor. Where's
I touched down like a third of the way down. I've just seen that on the live stream.
Did I touch down a third of the way down?
No, I did. And
Oh.
then I just kept braking and nothing was happening. I just kept, I think it simulated high altitude landing. Oh, that's just
Well, it is almost 10 o'clock coming up now. So, do we want to sort of call it a day once everybody's on the ground for that one?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I'm definitely on the ground. So I'm going to main menu.
I'm through the ground. I'm part of someone's house now.
Yeah.
I've basically shown you how you can actually land a citation there, Kitty.
I'm perfectly good at landing the citation. Thank you very much.
Wow. Just went off the end of the runway in a caravan.
That's a caravan. It's a different aeroplane.
Don't have reverse thrust.
Doesn't it?
I have no idea, mate.
Caravan
If it does,
does,
I don't know how to work it.
It does, yeah, but I didn't have time to engage it because I just literally, but I touched down about 7/8 of the way down the runway. So they're supposedly difficult to land at airport, made it in absolutely fine, and then coming back into that one, just decided to take me for a ride all the way down the runway.
I'd have nailed it if I actually brake from now on.
Same.
Back to Manchester.
You did a real-time stream to Manchester.
Crack on, yeah.
Don't give me that. Might be a little bit quick on this one.
500.
Oh my word. "7-4" has just suddenly appeared. Oh.
Sweet.
I think, realistically, I'm at the wrong end of the runway for this.
Godspeed.
You think you'd bird better at the other end of the runway?
Yeah, into the valley.
I love how they've given that that CJ4 reverses when it doesn't actually have them.
Does it? Oh yeah. You can't even see them, can you?
No, it doesn't have reverses, but they've just added them anyway. The other one, the longitude has reverses.
Oh.
Yes!
Oh god. See you in Manchester, bro. Godspeed.
Can you bring us some of the Buddha beer back? Come on then, Ricky.
Run out of fuel.
You're gonna have to be basically empty.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to get off from this side.
Oh,
Oh, Jelly. Oh, Jelly's gone, but thank you. She said good night, everyone.
Good night, Jelly.
no, right.
I'm going to try from the other end. Night, Jelly.
Oh, just try it from this end.
World map. Is it VNPL?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm going to jump off now, guys. On standby from 6 in the morning, so hope to fly again soon.
Thanks for your help, Nath. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
Nice.
it's great to have you, mate.
Good
Thanks
night.
for popping in.
ending the
See you
stream
later,
any
dude.
second. We're just going to watch this 7-4 takeoff. As a nice closing statement.
Oh, good. I'll see you later, guys.
See you,
Take care,
mate.
mate. See you.
Yeah.
Are you working tomorrow, Kitty?
I'm by working, I mean sitting on my butt doing nothing because my aeroplane is still in maintenance. But you know, someone's got to sit on the butt. In fact, I did fly today. I stole somebody's PPL.
Oh.
I stole somebody's PPL lesson today because they weren't. Well, the student had cancelled, and then they decided to uncancel,
Excellent.
and they just rolled up. So I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll do it, I guess, instead of dragging the proper instructor in.
Well, I
It's
might.
just some seconds.
I should be on some lessons to rivals. Not disclosing
you
any more
guys-
with the stream running.
Yeah, you guys have got a
Aircraft.
few more aeroplanes than we have.
Come on, Ricky. Don't disappoint us. Have you got
Here we
as
go.
much runway as you can use?
Come on!
Godspeed.
Oh,
Oh!
what happened there?
I think I hit the building.
I think your wing clipped
So
that
I guess I'm
building.
trying this way now.
Right, on that note, guys, we're going to end the stream. Thanks everyone for who tuned in tonight. Hope you enjoyed, or those that are watching it back later. I hope you enjoy also. And good night.
Yep, cheers guys, thanks for
No.
joining us.
Right.